Now, when you see a Mr. Chow Mang or you see a Mr. Ashrada, and damn show, if you see Mr. Fufu, you tell them deport. Why? Because it is D.E.I. Deport every illegal, every fleer, every tether. Why? Because we FBA and we say so. Turn up. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
How was your Juneteenth, family? Mine was great. You know what I'm saying? We just barbecued, sat back, seen some plantations burn down. You know, the usual. But we let them know, fam, they can drop all them RBG colors and every other one because there be no USA without FBA. And we in the building in the place. And apparently, y'all, they about to be in the place called their homeland because they looking real scared and real shook right now. That's why we tell them deportation all the way across. There they go. There they go. Yes, indeed. What's poppin', family? Welcome back to the Black Alpha Cast, y'all. Certified salute. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure that you share. And make sure you just be your extra special self, fam, because we sending out nothing but love to the whole goddamn family. Let them know. DEI, deport every single illegal. DET, deport every tether. DEF, deport every fleer. If it's got any of their names on it, then they got to go home because foundational Black Americans, we ain't no damn immigrants, and we've been letting everybody know that. That's what it is, y'all. This is our time, and we on fire right now. We on fire. Everybody sees it. Everybody's watching it, and they just got to show love. They got to show love, fam. They ain't got no other choices right now. This FBA Friday, and we in the building in the place. I got a question, fam. I got a question. Were we telling everybody to be real cautious when you disrespect FBA? Because there's this universal thing, right? This real universal thing, and it enacts punishment on those who violate us. Yeah, it's called ABK. Yeah. Anti-Black karma. You know, a lot of folks been out there getting a anti-Black karma. So, you know, I want to send a shout out to P. Diddy Joe. Okay. Fat Diddy. Okay. Fat Diddy. I want to say what's popping. You know what I'm saying? You've been disrespecting FBA. You know, things ain't been too good for Fat Joe ever since he was disrespecting FBA. I mean, damn, you done went downhill and your career didn't really have much further to go down. You out here breaking all types of records. But that's what happens, fam. When you disrespect the lineage, the heritage, and the culture, things just have a way of happening to you. And guess what? Apparently, he been having some dirty paperwork, and that paperwork been put on the front line. And we about to be on the front line and go. When I say start deporting these folks left and right, I mean it. How much do I mean it, fam? I mean it like this, because we are team non-deportable, and the streets is telling them.
People know Black Americans is not no immigrants. They just be having something to say. They know we are not immigrants, but they do kind of, you know, bring a point up when they be talking about, oh, you guys don't know where you're from. You guys don't know where you're from. We always say we're from America. We've been from America for the last 400, 500, 600,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, huh? How is that possible? Because we are Americans.
Since it's Juneteenth, I'm also get this off my chest. Cannot be immigrants. Immigrants are people who choose to go to another country voluntarily because they are leaving because of conflict, economic more opportunities, etc. Those are immigrants. So a lot of y'all family came here as immigrants, specifically on boats or coming across borders or however you got here. I don't care if you flew here. That's how you got here voluntarily.
So Latinos, y'all thought we was immigrants? So you mean to tell me y'all thought we was just over here chilling?
No, because what do you mean that you thought Black people, like Black American people, like descendants of the enslaved people of America, the United States of America, okay, we're immigrants? Like that's up there with y'all trying to make Juneteenth, or like trying to say that Juneteenth is a diasporic holiday and not like a specifically Black American descendant of enslaved people's particularly Texas holiday. Like, are y'all okay?
I want y'all to shut the up crying, talking about this is a everybody problem. No, it's not. This is not an everybody problem, and it's damn sure not a Black people problem. Y'all, it's so funny how y'all want to come together now. So no, stop crying to us. We don't care. Don't care about the girl's terminally ill dad. Don't care about the man whose wife got deported a day before her citizenship came through. Don't care, because now your family is the target. Baby, you and Abuelita. Disrespectfully. Stop crying to us, baby. We do not care. We don't. No care, baby. No care. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. That's how we on right now. Fam, Juneteenth, they've been running around here for what, the last, few weeks with all these Juneteenth parades and the diaspora and all that. I ain't seen not near picture, none of that. So it looked like all that was a bunch of losers just trying to eat off the FBA. And the same way they can't get them homelands popping is the same way they couldn't get them parades popping. Fam, did y'all see one picture from any of these diaspora, Puerto Rican, wanna-be us, hijacking ass people's parades and get-togethers and gatherings? Because I didn't see none. Let me tell you what I did see. I seen foundational Black Americans standing on foundational Black American business, and we was the ones out there turning up. So it shows you again, fam, it's all eyes on FBA. Wherever we go, the cameras go. Wherever we go, the eyeballs is watching. We must see TV. I didn't see none of them people. Them people know what it was. Them people know what time it is, fam. The same way the whole damn planet knows. Foundational Black Americans, we run this. We the big dogs. We the big dogs in the house. And everybody now is watching it, and they won't have to see through. Check this out, fam. Everybody knows that when you start talking about the United States of America, you're talking about two things. You're talking about the creators, us, and you're talking about the dominant culture, and that is us. Everybody else, yes, you just a guest in my house. That goes for every last person. I don't give a damn where you flew from, where you flying to next. You know that you came here because of FBA's work, and you know that FBA will send your ass back home. We are the ones responsible for all the deportations, fam. Trust me when I tell you that. These people aren't, because once again, they can't get their homelands popping. If you can't get your homeland popping, y'all, you can't tell me nothing about anything. You have no clout out here in these damn streets. Nobody knows who the hell you are. Everyone sees you as exactly that, a fraud, and these frauds are out here frauding, okay? So you've seen a lot of tethers have been popping up, y'all, and they've been trying to tell us what Juneteenth was. They was trying to tell us what we do. And they didn't even know what it was. And again, everything they said, everything they did crashed out. Y'all look at this tether right here, okay? I seen this tether the other day, and he was copping all types of pleas because he know what it is, all right? Lips ashy as hell. Somebody call 1-800-VASELINE. Get some Vaseline and some deodorant, okay? But I want y'all to see this right here. This is what we're talking about. Juneteenth is not a Black American holiday. Says who? You, Mr. Fufu? You ain't got no type of work out here in these streets. And by all the deportation videos I'm going to show y'all today, get ready for them because y'all know we got them all. It's only going to further let everybody know. It's FBA first, FBA always, and deport all their asses.
Juneteenth is not a Black American holiday. Yes, I did not stutter. Juneteenth is not a Black American holiday. Juneteenth is a Black Texan holiday. If you're from Alabama, on that day, Juneteenth, your ancestors were free. You're not celebrating. What are you celebrating for? Your ancestors were free. If you're from Mississippi, your ancestors were free. What are you celebrating for? California, New York, Boston, Connecticut, wherever you're from, your ancestors were free. The only people allowed to celebrate Juneteenth were the people who were and still slaves until.
Says who? Says who? See, I'm different from everybody else, fam. Let me tell you the difference between them and us. They look at the next village and the next tribe as a whole different group of people. We don't. See, Juneteenth is for foundational Black Americans as a whole. It don't matter where you from. It don't matter any region. We don't do that tribalism and you over there and I'm over here. I want everybody to see how when they first got here, they wanted to perpetrate the fraud and they wanted to inflict all of that tribalism on foundationals, and we didn't go for it. So now they're coming out trying to speak on our holidays, trying to speak on what we got going. And again, it ain't going nowhere because it ain't moving the crowd. And you can see it clearly right here, the same way you can see the ash jumping off of his bottom lip. I'm just keeping it real.
Juneteenth, who are the Black Texans. It's a Black Texan holiday. See how that sounds? Since what decided who gets to celebrate? Because apparently, I don't know, maybe Black Americans have never heard of a birthday party. Because a birthday party, you don't have to be the celebrants to celebrate it. Other people can celebrate with you and feel happy for you and be happy for you. But since
a birthday party, you ain't got a birth certificate. What you talking about? You from the land of no birth certificates, and you trying to tell somebody about a birthday party. In order to have a birthday party, you have to have a birth certificate. We have both of them. You have none of them. And you gonna have some Vaseline because I'm gonna put together a GoFundMe for you to get some Vaseline for your lips, partner. Okay? Because I know you've been over here kissing on mayo, you know what, and it got your lips all white. But trust and believe when I tell you, foundational Black Americans ain't moving an inch for all of that tether man babble. Checkmate.
you've decided only the people directly affected get to celebrate, then it's that simple. Only Black Texans get to celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth is not a Black American holiday. It's a Black Texan holiday. It's called United States of America. So the only people allowed to celebrate are the people from the...
This man can't even get it right. What? United States of America? This man can't even get the damn country right. It's called the United States, America. Yes, indeed. Hell no.
States of America. So the only people allowed to celebrate are the people from the state of Texas. Since we're breaking down the minutiae of who's only allowed to celebrate, why don't we just limit it to the people directly affected? No one is allowed to celebrate with it. Because if you're not from Texas, you're not affected. You're celebrating the Texans. You're celebrating the Texans. And we have been told the only people allowed to celebrate are those directly affected, the Black Texans. Juneteenth.
Freeze. Notice, fam, for no reason they want to come and start dictating. And then when you start checking them, they start crying. Fam, that's why I say D.E.I. deport every illegal. Send them all home. Send them all packing. Shout out to Tom Homan. What's up, big dog? Shout out to Donald Trump. Keep doing your thing. This is the type of energy that makes us say, you on your own, foo-foo. Go ahead, hold your own Jollof, partner. These people want to come in and tell us. And by the way, what you mean we? Ain't no we. Okay, it's you, and you are by yourself because you sold out your village to get here. But as they sell each other out, I want y'all to see how they getting packed up and racked up. Look at this African right here getting snatched up. Could be a Haitian, could be a Jamaican. I know they all illegal. Once you seen one illegal, you seen them all. And notice how he got some handcuffs on. So how come y'all ain't worrying about this right here? Oh, you too worried about FBA and Juneteenth. We gonna be all right. Are you? Now look, family, that as they speak about us through their tethered teeth, now you see them getting handcuffed, thrown on the bus, and heading back home. Damn, it sucks to be them.
Parlez français. Parlez français.
Francais, yeah, that's probably a Haitian. There's a Haitian. Was it, fam, wait. Wasn't it all the Haitians that were trying to tell us about Juneteenth? Y'all notice they got real quiet, right? Y'all notice that? All them Haitians saying, we gonna be up here in New York, we gonna be playing our music. Why y'all mad about it? You don't see them too much no more. But what I see right here is Francais, about the Francais on that damn bus because the Francais police ICE officers got his ass packed up. Don't feel sorry for ya.
Parlez français. Hablas español, parlez français.
Français, could
Français.
Juneteenth is a day where you still don't have any type of lotion and you have no Vaseline either. You know Vaseline, okay? Just like Ice Cube. Ice Cube must have made a song about you. Didn't even know it. Goddamn. Listen, family, these people been running around here talking crazy about foundations. We're going to go through the list today. We're going to go through every single one of these folks who be out here violating. And they mad, y'all. I'm going to tell you why they mad. They mad because we laughing at them. We spend all of this time just straight up laughing. What's more funny than deportation videos? I'm sorry. People can get mad. They can be like, that's wrong. Goddamn, it's going to be wrong. I love watching me some deportation videos, fam. When I wake up in the morning, I eat my Captain Crunch and I watch about 15 deportation videos. I watch deportation videos before afternoon, and before the afternoon I watch them, and then I watch them again by evening. I watch them all day long. Okay, I love me some deportation videos. If you got a deportation video, send it to Black Alpha, because I remember when they thought things was sweet, and I remember when they thought things was cool, they was disrespecting us. So I suggest everybody, you go out there and you have you some Captain Crunch. I like Captain Crunch. You can have what you choose. You know what I'm saying? You could be a cornflakes person, whatever you are, cinnamon toast, that's fine. I like my Captain Crunch, and I like to watch the captains from the police officers load these people up and put them on the bus and send their ass home. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because when these people thought it was all good and all fine and all dandy and all sweet to disrespect the lineage, heritage, and culture, when they thought it was all good, you know, they see the things done turned on them. And they also see that foundational Black Americans cannot be deported. See, being on team non-deportable comes with a hell of a lot of privileges. Them privileges are just coming through the goddamn screen, y'all. Coming through the screen. And I got some for you. I got some real good ones for you. Remember all of that talk where Black Americans, y'all gonna be next? We're gonna go through. I told y'all, who y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about them? Y'all let me know. We in the building right now. Who y'all want to talk about? We want to talk about this man right here who was out there getting bills while he was blaming FBA for being mean to him. Or you want to talk about this man right here who said, we all black, brother? Or you want to talk about this man right here? We go down the whole list. Or y'all want to talk about that finger right there that's on that goddamn deport button? Okay, well, guess what? Today, your lucky day. We're going to talk about all three of them. And we're also going to talk about these people who've been running around here trying to tell foundational Black Americans we was next and they's going to get y'all. And we kept telling them it wasn't going to go down like that. Now they're seeing it. Y'all look at this tether right here saying the same damn thing.
The Black people who are
Watch
saying like this isn't our fight, stay home, are really something else. Like the Black people who are saying like this isn't our fight, stay home, are really something else. Like the only reason why Trump can't come for us is because we are literally property of America. We were bought and brought here. But trust me, we aren't treated any better, bro. Our families are just broken in different ways. Like, please wake up, please wake up, wake up.
Hey, for all y'all Black people that see what's going on with the Latinos and y'all saying y'all sitting this one out to make white people happy, guess what? You next. If you Black, you better believe it. You next. Give it a hot second. ICE gonna be looking for us too. They about to be raiding all the basketball games, all the soul food restaurants, and all that. That you different from the Latino people, man.
They're gonna try to send us back. Like, you see that, right? Like, they're going to send us back. I would probably predict that if you commit a crime and you are within 1 or 2 generations of getting here, and you're Black, you're definitely going back. And then they will figure out a way for this to start applying to other Black people who commit a crime or they find a reason, who have lineage that have been here since the beginning. So, you know, they have a little spot in Latin America. They're getting their spot in Africa. This is what they meant by making it great.
Fam, and I'm going to make something even greater. I'm going to make all these deportations great. Remember, I want y'all to hear every single thing that they say about that. We're going to send y'all home. Y'all going to get blah, 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 right? Okay, cool. Let me show y'all what ends up happening whenever these people come around foundational Black Americans, okay? Because we've been telling everybody we the non-deportable. We told everybody, you can't send us nowhere, all right? Matter of fact, we'll send your ass somewhere. See, they don't like the fact that FBA can't be sent nowhere, but we've been sending everybody somewhere else too. Remember, every time you see somebody get deported, that's because of FBA. If foundational Black Americans weren't out here standing on business and being the shot callers that we are, these people still be running around here. Notice, deportations came up the same exact time that delineation did. So in essence, fam, we are the ones who've been doing all the deportations. The deportations all belong to us. And how much do we know that it belongs to us? It's because we told them, if ICE ever came around a Black American, oh, it ain't gonna be too good. No. ICE is gonna see a Black American, they're gonna walk right by us, or they're gonna get cussed out. And then they're gonna say, I'm sorry, let me go get Mr. Fernandez. Let me go get Mr. Ramirez. That's who I'm really looking for. Let me show y'all what happens when ICE comes to Black people, real Black people. I'm not talking about melanated folks. I'm not talking about blank folks. I'm talking about Black, B-L-A-C-K. This is what goes on. And this is a message for everybody running around here saying that we are the ones who are going to get deported. Fam, Does this look like a Black American can be deported, or does this look like Black Americans are the non-deportables? Let's go.
There's no extra unit down here.
It's Black people that live in this house. It's no Latinos.
Okay, the entire house?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
This is my home.
There's no other unit right here?
Don't worry about this. Is my goddamn house. You understand what I'm saying? This is my house.
Right. Okay. We're just trying to talk to the other unit.
This is my house, okay?
Yes, you're here.
What if you don't understand? Can't you think this is a single? Once you look at the property, goddamn, my name is Curtis Moore. No goddamn Latinos live here. What the fuck we got into law enforcement? Y'all some ignorant. Huh? I'm telling them this out, and then they gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Come on. Motherfuckers just stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez. I got out of the fucking hand. You stupid. We have a good motherfucking thing. Huh?
Oh, head wasn't going for that, was he? Hey, y'all know damn well he must have been sitting down. He was sitting down and he was enjoying whatever he was enjoying. They made him get up. Y'all know when a black person is chilling and then the damn doorbell starts buzzing or somebody starts knocking at the door and then you got to get up, you can clearly see his ass was relaxing. By the way, I heard this was early in the morning. So he's relaxing, being himself. Don't start knocking, looking for Angel Fernandez, Ramirez, Martinez. And then he got up and he said, hold on, ain't none of them there. Ain't no Latinos in this house. It's black folks in this goddamn house. These are black folks in this house. And all the ICE got cussed out. I thought we could be deported though, yeah. I thought they told us that we was next. This don't look like next right here. This looks like next house. You better go down that street and go get Mr. Pedro. This look like next person. You better go get Miss Selena. But this damn show ain't got nothing to do with next being us. You see right there, he checked the whole goddamn thing, and them folks got the hell up out of there. Do not interrupt a black person when they relaxing, and ICE better not do it because ICE is not our concern. This is what we say to all them folks. FBA all goddamn day.
What part do you don't understand?
We're trying to get in this other unit.
This is my home. This is my home.
There's no other unit right here?
Don't worry about this. Is my goddamn house. You understand what I'm saying? This is my house.
Right. Okay. We're just trying to talk to the other unit.
This is my house, okay?
Yes, you're here.
What if you understand why you're knocking on my door down here? This is my house. Can't you think this is a single family dwelling? What the fuck is wrong with you? Once you look at the property, goddamn, my name is Curtis Moore. No goddamn Latinos live here.
Damn, Curtis mother Warren. This is my goddamn house. This is my goddamn house. My name is Curtis mother Warren. You better get your ass to stepping. The hell you doing waking me up this goddamn early? Goddamn, I ain't even had my damn coffee yet. The hell wrong with y'all? You better go get Mr. Hernandez down the goddamn street. Shout out to Curtis mother Warren. Much respect. Send them agents home and tell Mr. Fernandez he's next.
Yes, you're here.
What if you understand why you're knocking on my door down here? This is my house. Can't you think this is a single family dwelling? What the fuck is wrong with you? Once you look at the property, goddamn, my name is Curtis Moore. No goddamn Latinos live here. Curtis Moore. Curtis Moore. No goddamn Latinos live here. No goddamn Latinos live here. What the fuck we got into law enforcement? Y'all some ignorant. Huh?
Hey, you know it's early because he trying to pick his pants up and put his shirt off to the side. Y'all know it's early. He probably wasn't even all the way dressed yet. He had to get dressed. Oh, hell no. You don't interrupt no black folks.
I'm telling them this out, and then they gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Motherfuckers just stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez. I got out of the fucking you stupid. We have a good motherfucker thing. Huh? I don't know what that fucking need to do to make up their badges. I seen them.
He said I done had to get out of bed. Talking about some goddamn Angel Fernandez. Do I look like a goddamn Angel Fernandez? I done had to wake up and get out of bed for this.
They gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Motherfuckers just stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez. I got out of the fucking you stupid. We have a good motherfucker thing. Huh? I don't know what that fucking need to do to make up their badges. I seen them, you know what I'm saying? Here's the right here. Here's him, and that's the over here. Again, I'm telling them, ain't nobody what's name. They got my where's right downstairs. Don't worry about what the fuck going on downstairs. Oh, he got a floor down here. She way the fuck down there. She was fucking stupid, man. Angel Fernandez. Look at my, I don't listen to that team. I don't have no that team with this. But like, don't worry about what's downstairs. Don't you see this is a house sleeping? This is a motherfucking house.
Damn. Shout out to Curtis Mother Warren. Damn, you know it's black folks. Black folks, we be talking, cussing you out while we walk in the other direction. Mother, goddamn, wake my ass up. Damn you. We be throwing the middle finger at him this way. That's what I'm talking about. That don't look like somebody who could be deported now, fam. I'm just saying, because they was running around here talking about deportation. They was running around here saying that we's next. Fam, if we're next, then how come we ain't now? See, you can't deport the non-deportable. I understand that, they may be slow. They may not get it. They may be too cowardly to compute. Let's make this clear. Apparently, Mr. Curtis Mother Warren made it clear. Get the out. You ain't got no problems with us. You know what those ICE agents did? Those ICE agents said, okay, yes. Notice, fam, when Mr. Hernandez says that, the ICE agents end up yoking Mr. Fernandez up. Have y'all seen Mr. Fernandez cuss out ICE yet? Or have you seen ICE put the elbow on him? Have you seen the people's elbow on Mr. Fernandez? I've seen it. I didn't see Mr. Fernandez get snatched up. I ain't seen Mr. Warren get snatched up. I'm just saying no. You feel me? Fam, we're different. And it hit different. And the game is different. And ain't nobody like us. None. Never. Not at all. And now they seeing it. And more footage comes out. And fam, do y'all know that they was trying to run to the internet and try to say that man was Latino? I'm not lying. Look, I'll show it to you. Look at this, fam. These folks was trying to run out there and say that man was Latino. Fam, they be trying to tether on to everything we do. Every damn thing we do. Look at this right here. Y'all look at this right here. Look at this lady named Esmeralda. Look at her. Look at Miss Illegal Elmarinda. Look at her trying to eat off of this situation right here. Look what she says. She says right here, she says, oh, damn, that Latino accent vanished. He was ready to fight. What? And look at the person underneath. What accent? What accent? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, damn, that Latino accent vanished. I ain't hear not one Latino accent. That sounded like a black Southern accent, fam. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. And not just the accent, fam, and the way he was talking, the way he was speaking, the way he was dropped. The man's name is Curtis Warren. What is that? His Latino, really a Latino black code name? I know that Latino's name would be Mr. Pedro and tell everybody it's Paul. It'd be Mr. Estrada and he say it's Eric. I know they really say their name is Bill. They may come up with all those names, but hell no. And fam, they was really out there trying to get it. Don't be trying to eat off the FBA energy, fam. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. You better stop playing with us out here in these streets. And people was like, what accent? Look at this one right here. Someone right here. I thought I was the only one who heard it. You were. I heard it too. The OG and this one at the beginning. Wasn't just you. Family. They out here using terms OG and all that kind of stuff. Really, fam? Somebody right here said, wait, I'm confused. What accent? Another person. What accent? Look how they just living in their own world. I heard it too, brother. Brother, did you hear that? That sounds like he was from Tijuana. Ain't no damn Tijuana in there. Maybe Texas, okay, where the brothers and sisters are. But if you don't get the hell up out of here, fam, this is why we use the term Latino. Look at the lies, family. Look at the lies. Out here really trying to run and get in on what this brother was doing. Now this is where the brothers and sisters show up. Because y'all know I tell everybody, it don't matter where you at. It could be TikTok. It could be Facebook. It could be Instagram. It could be Twitter, X, or whatever the hell you want to call it. You always going to see a brother and sister ready for some goddamn smoke. Watch the brothers and sisters pop up right there. He didn't have an accent. And someone said, are you hearing things? Definitely no Latino accent. Yeah, brothers and sisters is in the comments. All 1.4 thousand of them damn comments, and the brothers and sisters was like, you ain't even gonna pull that one, Miss Amanda. You ain't even gonna try that one, Latino. You better go and find somebody else. Hell no. Hell no. He doesn't have an accent. He's black. He sounded like the Latinos in Houston. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Family, this is what we be saying. This is what we be talking about. We only keeping it real. Don't he look like those damn Latinos in disguise? What? A Latino in disguise, fam? He looked like a Latino in disguise, apparently, to these people. This is what we talking about. This is what we saying, family. Everything a foundational Black American does, you're going to see somebody trying to claim it. This is what they are, because they understand that he was doing things that they know they would never do. They understand that he was saying things that they would never say. They know they would never talk like that. He looks like a Latino in disguise. Y'all know the only time they in disguise is when they trying to look like a W in the first goddamn place. They don't be around here trying to dress up like us. They out there trying to dress up like Brad. Now they want to be black. See, this is what we talking about. This is what we saying, fam. They want to get real blackified when they can get something that black folks do. I want y'all to notice that energy. That's the energy that we be saying. That's what they be doing, fam. They'll try to jump back and forth. Any other time, they are super W's. W's all day, every day. And now in this situation, they want to say, man, y'all know how we be in disguise. We be in disguise, man, trying to look just like black folks. You know damn well you ain't got no disguises to look like black folks. If anything, you running around here trying not to be black. You want to be everything other than black, okay? So no, you're going to have to pull that one on somebody else. But this is what we talking about, fam. This is the way that these people operate. This is how they function. This is how they move. Every single thing that they do is trying to steal off of FBA culture, any which way they can have it, any which way they can come up with it. And we've been understanding that. So quite frankly, fam, they've been getting on delayed. They've been getting on delayed out here in these streets. And they don't really like getting on delayed, but they've been getting on delayed. Now, I want y'all to notice that energy that you just seen right there. And I want you to tell me, do you see that same energy right here? Because the energy shifts, and I need you to tell me right now, is this right here the same energy? Because I don't see it.
Oh my God, I can't.
Por favor, por favor. No, ustedes son los que me están haciendo daño. Por mis hijos. Ayúdenme. Suéltenme. Ustedes son agentes de inmigración.
Fam, do you see people who are out there fighting back? Or do you see people out there getting packed up? I'm saying though, because I've been hearing all this stuff about how we all the same and that man was really just a Latino in disguise, but I don't see that same soul and that same energy. I don't see it. Every video you see, which one? You want to talk about Miss Selena getting snatched up? She folds. You want to talk about Mr. Pedro? He folds. I don't see that energy from the last guy. I'm just saying.
No, Auxilio! No! Both of you guys. You guys by law are required to tell me. Name and badge number, please. ¿Cómo se llama? Okay. ¿Su apellido? Okay. Can I name and badge number? You guys by law are required to tell me. I'm sorry, but we need to. We have to.
Hey, now look at their OG. Look at their OG. I want y'all to see the difference now. Look at their OG. Their OG look like he getting snatched up. Look, they OG ain't got the same energy. Look at their OG now.
By law required to tell me. Name and badge number, please. ¿Cómo se llama?
Look, he clueless. I don't know where to go. Ice meet me. See, fam? Oh, how about this one?
Look at that. Look at that. Let him go. He's scared. He's resisting for a reason. Dude, let him go. Just let him move the car, dude. He's not trying to. Oh my God. Why do you guys act like animals? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is that? No. Let him go. He's not doing nothing wrong. Let him go. Hey, you guys are doing too much. Hey! Record that! Record, he's hitting him! He's hitting him! He's hitting him!
They out there snatching this man up. Look at it, fam. They snatching this man all the way up. Out the damn whip.
Where one you guys before?
What are you fucking doing? What has he done?
Oh my God!
Wait. Hold on. Did y'all catch that? Tell me y'all caught that. Wait a minute. I'm going to show y'all something. Hold on. Look. Right there. Did he go hold Derek Chauvin? Fam, wait a minute now. Y'all look at that. Look at this right here. Ain't that real Derek Chauvin right there? I thought that they said that they marched with the Black Lives Matter movement. I thought they said they was in the George Floyd protest. That right there is Derek Chauvin, and I don't hear them saying nothing. Fam, notice now. Oh, we got this on camera. Oh, I love this. This is it. Notice that we see right there, he doing the whole Derek Chauvin treatment all the way. And you ain't heard one Romero, Pedro Martinez come out and say nothing because they too worried about staying here in America. They say, oh, yeah, I know he got the knee on you. Who cares? Can we stay? Oh, I know he snatched it up. Who cares? Can we stay? Everything about them is staying, fam. They ain't got that same energy. Look what foundational Black Americans did in that type of situation. Rolled, called it out. We was out there getting that deemed illegal. Look at these folks doing. Yeah, make sure y'all screenshot that. Please. What do you say, WWE on Chalupa? You ain't never told no lie. Never told no lie. Look at that, fam. All they doing is screaming and yelling and hurting and crying and begging. What the name? What the number? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. I don't see no riders. I don't see nobody that said they built this country a year ago like they were saying. I don't see nobody that was out there marching for real justice like they be saying. Fam, when somebody's a rider, you see it when they come up to you. You see it down the street. You see it on television. I don't see that energy here. Let me tell you what I see and what I hear. I hear this, crying.
Look at
There's more coming. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Tell us where you're from so we can get you out of jail. Say it again. Where are you from? What city? We're gonna call your family.
Boy, hey, somebody in the chat. What you say? Not I can't breathe, I can't flee. Damn, comment of the night so far.
Let him go. You can't just take him. Why are you taking him? He gave permission to grab his phone.
They sitting there saying, can he get his cell phone? Like they a damn middle schooler and the teacher took your phone away because you was texting during class. These folks got middle school tactics. You took my phone. He has his phone. You ain't worrying about the knee that was on the back of the neck. But you out here talking about the phone. He needs his phone. How he gonna use the phone? His hands are in handcuffs behind his back. I know that Tijuana education is showing. I get it. I understand that. But the last thing you need to be worrying about is the phone. These people ain't no riders, man.
We need permission.
Cell phone video shows 20-year-old Adrian being forcibly taken into custody by federal immigration agents in the Walmart parking lot in Pico Rivera on Tuesday.
I was mad, sad, scared, because
Wait. You were what? Wait a minute now. You were what again?
On Tuesday.
I was mad, sad, scared. You know, mad, sad, scared. You know, mad, sad, scared. You know, because I don't know. I don't know how he is because they were hitting him and they were.
Man, you ain't used to riders, fam. They out there talking about something. Fam. For the people that said that they marched with Martin Luther King, they marched in the civil rights era, they were out there with the Rodney King protests, they were out there in the George Floyd. I don't see it, family. I mean, she just said that she was mad, sad, and scared, and she was hurt, and she didn't know what was going to happen next to him. You don't see people who are riders. You see people out there who are really just wanting to flee and wanting to stay and having temper tantrums if you get told no. That's what I really see out here in these streets, family. That's what I'm seeing in the streets. And clear as day, as these people perpetrate the fraud, now we're recognizing it and we're letting it know your paperwork don't show no rider. Your paperwork don't show no soldiers. Our certified sisters get busy out here in these streets. They don't. So if Miss Selena's out there crying, Miss Selena, don't you be running around here acting like you Harriet Tubman, okay? All right, don't do it, okay? You ain't even goddamn Tubman Harriet, okay? You're lying. You ain't been doing nothing but sitting back trying to milk foundational Black American culture, and now you trying to come around here and talk tough. You ain't tough. You never been tough. Only thing you know how to do is flee, and if I need to know how to jump over a fence, you'll be the first person I call, okay? But if I need to understand what it's like to be a rider, a full-timer, then maybe I'm going to go ahead and just jump over you and go holler at my real ones because you ain't certified enough for that type of attention. That's it. And family, speaking of attention, as Juneteenth just passed, and as we say, brothers and sisters were the main ones out there in the streets putting it down. You ain't seen nothing come from no other group. Nobody was out there really holding it down. That was all about FBA. FBA was the ones riding. If these people really could put something together, they would have. They couldn't because they can't. So now I got to see, fam, they was doing all types of fugazi things, right? They was trying to combine Juneteenth with everything. Because remember, Juneteenth is their way into reparations. You got to look at those things simultaneously as the same. They feel if they can get in on Juneteenth, they can get in on reparations. See, they want to get in on our past. Right now in the present, we got them locked. But they're trying to use things like, how about we combine Juneteenth with this? How about we combine Juneteenth with that? Remember, everything was some type of combination, right? It was, can we combine this and can we put this together with that? That's what they were really trying to do with Juneteenth. Why? It's because they feel if they can combine Juneteenth with everybody else, then eventually they can combine reparations with everybody else. You got to understand and how to watch the play. Look at this right here. Snoop put this out. Snoop, you're wrong for this one. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? You see this, fam? Juneteenth with a goddamn African continental as the U. Y'all see what I'm talking about? These people running around here banging Africa and they ain't never been. And this is why delineation got these people shook up, because they don't like the fact that we have separated completely. This is all about our culture, nobody else's. See, when you start running around here and you're talking about Africa, then everybody's going to just sit there and think, oh, this must be for Africa. It's really an African holiday. You know what? We ain't really Americans. See, anybody running around here on that we's not Americans talk, that's what you see right there. That's what you see. So we've been completely dispelling that, ruining that, so nobody can come around here and try to play that game with us. And fam, I'm telling you, there's been everything. You name it. Name any other group. Because remember, just until 4 or 5 years ago, Black folks were tied into every group imaginable. Fam, we was out here tied into the diaspora. We was out here tied into Latinos. We were out here tied into Caribbeans. And we were out here tied into preferences. Fam, did y'all see this? How many of y'all seen this right here? How many of y'all seen this right here? They was running around here talking about Juneteenth pride. Yes, fam. Juneteenth pride. I ain't seen nobody have anything that says Cinco de Mayo pride, 4th of July pride. But it's got to be Juneteenth. And since it's Juneteenth pride, how come you didn't see none of their rallies or their marches or their protests? It seemed like they were just putting this stuff on flyers, but they weren't really out here putting in work. I want everybody to notice the difference between the two of them, okay? This is what it is. So from the thing that you seen Snoop doing, where Snoop was out there trying to just post that, nobody got with it, and then you seen Juneteenth pride, you also seen these people coming out here and openly saying, you know what we need to do? We need to go ahead and combine Pride Month with Juneteenth. Yes, the hell they were. They've been out here openly stating that, fam. They want to compare and contrast both of those and put them together and come up with this. Y'all look at this right here. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Chicago. Chicago, y'all know like I know, ain't fixing to go for none of that. But you end up having this person come out and say, how about Pride Month and Juneteenth? Let's just do it together. Again, nobody talks about St. Patrick's Day in Pride Month. Nobody runs around and talks about 4th of July. No one talks about Cinco de Mayo, Mexican Independence Day. None of those things get combined, but they want to do it with foundational Black Americans. No. Y'all watch this and then watch how the brothers and sisters out there stand on business and shut all that down. You can talk that talk, but you can't walk that walk. Watch this.
We'll make this Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No,
No,
it's not.
Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No,
it's
not.
No, it's a representation of intersectional identity. I am interested in the reaction.
I am too.
But yeah, Chicago is such a wonderful city. We will keep each other together. We will keep our cities together. We will be united. And I think that's the theme, right? The theme for the Pride March this year. It was the theme for our Father's Day Artists of the Wall Festival at Loyola Park this year. It was all together. And I think that as we face division, as we stare down hatred, bigotry.
They about to shut this down, fam. You know, we ain't gonna sit there and hear this babble too long.
People moved by their hatred and bigotry to the point of assassination, assassinating political leaders.
But that might happen.
Standing up for our rights.
Mm-hmm. Keep it
People
up.
who can't figure out how to act within the.
We just got Juneteenth in 21 and y'all gonna make it Juneteenth and Pride together? Exactly. Pride Month is okay, but to put Juneteenth with Pride Month, that's disrespectful to every black person. It sure is.
That's right. That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's disrespectful. I believe, but y'all cannot do that. That's not right.
That's right. That's right.
Juneteenth.
That's right.
Y'all cannot do that. That's disrespectful to every slave. That's disrespectful to every person. Y'all never right.
You can sit down or you can help me.
Disrespectful.
Have a seat, Mike, please.
So, to clarify, this is a resolution for Pride Month.
Tell
them to quit disrespecting us. We got to listen to that. They going to listen to us. I can leave. I don't care. I don't care because I'm going to be black again tomorrow. Really? Look at this. About that. I'm gonna be black again tomorrow. I'm gonna be black again tomorrow. And Juneteenth ain't gonna be with black people tomorrow. That's right. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow. Juneteenth is Juneteenth, and gay pride is that jump. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow.
Amen. We'll make this Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No, it's not.
Fam, this is what we be saying. Delineation is against every outsider who tries to tether in. Okay, let's make that clear. And I want everybody to notice, as this person is talking about intersectionality, I want y'all to notice they also start talking about leaders being assassinated, which is a foundational Black American thing. Everybody wants a piece of what we have. Listen carefully what she's saying before the first sister shut it down. Then came the second sisters.
No, it's not.
Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No,
it's not. No, it's a representation of intersectional identity. I am interested in the reaction.
I am too.
So yeah, Chicago is such a wonderful city. We will keep each other together. We will keep our city together. We might march this year, say Artists of the Wall Festival at Loyola Park this year. It was all together. And I think that as we face division, as we stare down hatred, bigotry, people moved by their hatred and bigotry to the point of assassination, assassinating political leaders.
but that might happen.
Standing up for our rights.
Mm-hmm. Keep it
People
up.
who can't figure out how to act within the
We just got Juneteenth in 21 and y'all gonna make it Juneteenth and Pride together? Exactly. Pride month is okay, but to put Juneteenth with Pride month, that's disrespectful to every black person. It sure is. Right. That's right. That's right. I believe, but y'all cannot do that. That's not right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Y'all cannot do that. That's disrespectful.
Freeze. There they go. Fam, this right here is exactly why everything's changing in America. Let's be real. 10 years ago, they're going to do that. Next thing you know, they're going to be signing laws saying Juneteenth Pride is all one. And black folks would have went away with it. They would have been cool. I ain't got a problem with it. Now you start to see that. We need brothers and sisters everywhere doing exactly that. You know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to tie us into everything. Delineation is so strong. It's going to be simple as this, fam. It's going to be terrorism or it's going to be deportations and delineation. Deportations and delineation right now are winning. None of that stuff they talking about is going anywhere. None of that stuff is going anywhere because we standing on business. Shout out to the sisters out there. And fam, it's all across the United States. Everybody was trying that. But like I said before, apparently it all failed because you didn't see none of that going anywhere, did you? Again, I'm going to take it all the way back. Did you see any of that make any rounds or any waves in the United States of America? Juneteenth was about certified foundational black American brothers and sisters, and they were standing on goddamn business, okay? We made it clear about that right goddamn there. Yes, the hell we did. We made it clear about that right goddamn there. Yes, we did. You ain't see not near brother or sister out there talking about no Pride Month connected, talking about no RBG, none of that. They kept it at tweets. And let me show y'all more disrespect that they were trying to inflict on us. Did y'all see the footage that came out in Kroger's where the sister started filming and they were making Juneteenth cakes? Y'all look at this dingy ass disrespectful cakes that they was making. They might as well just made some goddamn chicken and threw it on top of the cake. They were saying things like free at last, we all won. Look at this video right here and watch how this sister said, I'm gonna be back here tomorrow and I'm gonna talk to somebody. This is the disrespect that we don't tolerate no more. Watch this.
This is some bullshit. Who the hell made this ugly ass shit? I wish it was a manager here because y'all decorate everything else around here cute. Everything else around here cute. But for Juneteenth, you want to just throw something on a freaking cookie cake and expect someone to buy it? That's bullshit. Fuck no.
Look at that. Look at that, fam. This is what they was trying to sell to black folks. Free at last. And free ain't got no R. Is that an R? Or is that an A? Or is that a 7? 7 is not in free. Okay, there's no 7 in the word free. There ain't one. That's got a 7 or an 8 or 9 or something. That look like a damn 11's in there. Look at that nasty stuff out there with cakes and pies. Everything else done right. Watch this one, fam. Free at last. If you don't get the hell out of here, watch.
No, what the fuck? Free at last? Like, really?
Look at this. Who put that together? A second grader? You see what we saying, fam? They don't want FBA out here standing on business, fam. They got to resort to little things like this. Yeah, it looked like a toddler made it. God damn. Look at more.
Really? Who the fuck think about this dumbass shit?
Congratulations? Fam, do they put congratulations on the pie? Congratulations now. Y'all's made it. Y'all made it. Hell no. But this is what they've been trying to do. And this is why they were so mad yesterday. Y'all can hear them. Y'all can hear everybody. Everybody mad at Juneteenth. Everybody pissed off because they know that Juneteenth was supposed to be a holiday where they can combine us with everybody. Now they can't. So that's pissing them off. Watch the sister, though, just like the sisters in Chicago, say, I'm going to be talking to somebody first thing in the morning. Certified.
You know what? I'm going to be in here bright early in the morning to talk to somebody about this because this is unacceptable. This is some bull.
Talk your damn talk, sister, and I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. She picked her stuff up and said, I'm going to be right back here first thing in the morning. I want everybody to see the proactive opposed to the reactive. You feel me? Back in the old days, black folks would just start praying or something. John Lewis would have came in and he'd have told you forgive the person who did it. All that, F that. That's gone. Now, brothers and sisters is out there being proactive saying, I'm going to handle that. I'm gonna handle that situation. That situation gonna get taken care of. And that's how you got to do it, because the disrespect is always going to be prevalent because people don't want to see foundational Black Americans win. However, foundational Black Americans are winning based on that right there. So they are out here doing a lot of funny style things with Juneteenth, but I want everybody to remember this is because we winning. Juneteenth was supposed to be about Pride Month. It was supposed to be about Black and brown. I ain't seen none of them folks out there yesterday. I seen foundational Black Americans out here in them streets. I seen foundational Black Americans out here putting in work. So it shows you how we're winning and how we're winning so clear, and the advantage is so far on our side. Fam, it's all the way on our side. There ain't a damn thing that anybody can do or say about it. That's what's so great about right now. That's what's so great about us. And that's why we are out here in full control. Bottom line, point blank, period. But y'all look at this as well. And I'm going to tell y'all why we're winning. You absolutely right, family. Yes, indeed. Let me put that on up because that was just too thorough. Absolutely right. We are winning. And I'm going to tell you why we're winning. Because, again, you got brothers and sisters everywhere ready to do some G-checking and some correcting. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sister do some of her G-checking and correcting. There they go.
This is the Juneteenth flag. And these are the only colors that should represent Juneteenth. The reason why I believe that, because I keep seeing this. Or this. These are Pan-African colors. The Pan-African flag. This is the Pan-African flag. And I 100% believe that this is propaganda. This makes you feel like this is a foreign holiday. If you don't have the knowledge of this holiday or its history and you see these colors, you don't instantly think American. You don't think on the U.S. soil. You think distant. Away from us, red, white, and blue represents America. And it's funny how Juneteenth, despite the date happening just a few weeks after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, right? We don't associate those two things together. Abraham Lincoln is considered one of the top American presidents and leaders. We don't associate Juneteenth with Abraham Lincoln, but I'm here to tell you that those things happen back to back to back. So when you don't use this flag and you use other colors, the psyche, especially if you don't know the history, is this is distant, this is away from us, this is foreign. This is the Juneteenth flag. And these are...
Name me a time where people do not want to wave an American flag. America want to wave the flag all day, fam. They play bingo games. And when they playing bingo, they out there waving the damn American flag. Now, out of nowhere, these folks don't want to be American? Or is it the fact that foundational Black Americans are not supposed to stand on patriotism? This is what it is, fam. This is what's changing everything. We are standing on FBA patriotism, which is different than everybody else's patriotism. And that gives us power that nobody wants us to have right now. Your citizenship is the most powerful thing on the planet Earth, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it, everybody understands it, and everybody's on that page. And when I say people are on that page, fam, I mean it all the way through. When you've been seeing brothers and sisters out here, they've been checking everybody. Everybody, you name the community, and I'm promising you, they get checked by FBA who's standing on that lineage business. Lineage business is something serious. So as you've seen people popping up saying, this is about us, this is about us, this is about us, and we've been saying deportation, 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 they can't stop what's coming. And that is that foundational Black American winning streak that we're on right now. Make no mistake about it. There ain't no doubt about it. We've been on a winning streak now for about 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And fam, we're only going to extend it because you're seeing more and more brothers and sisters about that life putting in that work. Y'all check this out right here. When I say brothers and sisters is out here checking these folks, I mean brothers and sisters is out here checking these folks. And they don't want no problems with FBA. Fam, I want y'all to see this right here. Somebody said Black Americans are going to get deported, right? And this sister right here, she made it in clear terms, make it plain like Brother Malcolm said. That ain't happening the same way that these folks trying to get FBA to stop being Americans ain't happening. Watch.
You're the problem because my post is about Black Americans, which you're not a Black American, even though you want to cosplay as one, because you already said that your parents are immigrants. So unless one of your parents is a Black American, you're not a Black American. And you already said that you were Caribbean. So you saying that you're Black American is not correct, because Black American is an ethnicity, honey. And not only that, you're commenting on a post that's in response to somebody calling Black Americans white, because we are stating that if you are not in favor of Black Americans receiving reparations, then you do not deserve us to care about your issues. Because
whoa, say that one more time, sister. If they don't care about reparations, then we don't what?
Black Americans white, because we are stating that if you are not in favor of Black Americans receiving reparations, then you do not deserve us to care about your issues, because you're not caring about ours. It's giving that y'all move here, y'all migrate here, and you believe that Black Americans are still the slaves of the land, and that we're supposed to continuously work for every other group while we sit back and we get nothing in return. Every fight that Black Americans have fought for in this country, unfortunately, we have not been able to reap the full benefits of each and individual thing that we fought for. Every system put in place that immigrants get when they come here, because as much as y'all like to deny that y'all don't get assistance, that's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Y'all be talking about, I came here with no money in my pocket, and all of a sudden y'all own businesses, y'all own cars, y'all own homes. Please, please.
Can they not hide no more, family? Can they not hide no more? Every single thing that she's exposing is every single lie that they was telling us. We have no money. We come here with nothing. Then it's, I came here, work harder. Yeah. Then it's, I don't want you guys to get reparations, but we all Black, come help me. Every single thing that this sister's saying right here about these immigrants coming to the United States of America, stepping on our feet, disrespecting us in our homeland, is not being tolerated no more. And whether it's a brother, it's a sister, whether it's the East Coast, the West, the Midwest, or the South, every brother and sister's mounted up right now, and the regulators are in the building. Everywhere you turn, you're going to see a regulator. So no longer can these people disrespect us. What's done in the dark done came to light. And now that light is shining and exposing on these people. And you know what happens when you shine the light on the tether. They get to fleeing, family. And she continues to roast them. And that's why right now, every single thing that they're doing, and I'm talking about the tethers, the fleers, the illegals, every single thing they're doing is falling flat.
Stop it. This is that xenophobic, anti-Black American rhetoric that I'm talking about. Anytime we bring up anything that's a specific issue within the Black American ethnicity community, here comes one of you. Y'all really think that we should put our stuff aside and concentrate on you? Latinos are not in community with Black Americans. Like, let's be for real. Y'all talking about Afro-Latinos, the same ones who come over here and claim everything as our culture is theirs and say that we have no culture. I just seen a video of a Puerto Rican girl saying that it's not Black American culture in Chicago, where a ton of Black people from the South moved to Chicago. That's why there's such a high population of Black Americans. And our very culture, a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans are in the Puerto Rican parade doing Black American dances to Black American sounds, inspired sounds, and had the audacity talking about, this isn't Black American, this is Chicago culture. That's the erasure that y'all do when you come here. So absolutely not. We are not going to care about your issues anymore. The fact that we bring up our issues that are impacting our culture, and in response, you guys always bring up whatever issue that is impacting you like it's bigger than the program. It's not bigger than the program, babes. We, as the newest generations that are coming up, we are no longer putting other communities ahead of ours for the sake of just Blackness. Because when y'all come here, y'all make it super clear that y'all are a different type of Black. Y'all only want to say that y'all are united in Blackness because when it benefits you. Remember, I know Black. That's right. You're not, because Blackness has always been established in the United States of America as our ethnicity. Blackness has not been established as an ethnicity in any other part of this world. Blackness is a race, and also in America for foundational Black Americans, it's an ethnicity. So you can take your yap off my page, because at the end of the day, over here, it's Black American pride. You're the problem.
Damn. Fire, smoke coming all the way through the goddamn screen. Easy work, fam. They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems because I'm going to tell you, if they do want problems, my sister going to get them. My brother going to get them. What you want? You want my 30-year-olds, my 40-year-olds, my 20-year-olds? The teenagers out here giving out that work. Fam, everywhere they go, they got to deal with us. The precedence is set. The narrative is set. The shot callers are us. Everyone else is exposed. There's nowhere that they can go to and try to tell these lies anymore. Simply by being on code. Everybody back in the old days, they wanted to see what it was like if you was living on code and what the greater community being on code would feel like. This is what it feel like, y'all. It feel like this right here, okay? Where you can turn up any type of social media and you gonna see a brother or sister putting somebody in their goddamn place. That's just what it is. You just seen it, fam, brothers, sisters. Come on, let me talk to y'all, my certifieds. Did we not just see some sisters in Chicago shutting down all of that Pride Month and Juneteenth together? Did we not just see this sister right here shutting down all of those tether lies? And did we goddamn see a woman in Kroger's shutting down the Juneteenth cakes? She said, I'm going to be back tomorrow to check the whole staff. Fam, that is at a city council, that's on TikTok, and it's in the goddamn grocery store. FBA out here giving out work in grocery stores. Goddamn. And it gets no better than us. And since it gets no better than us, you're going to see tethers popping up left and right. And they're going to be saying things like this. Fam, who's going to tell this guy right here that we ain't African and we don't claim Africa and all of that, y'all ain't African stuff don't hurt us? Somebody tell this fool.
If you're a Black American and you be saying that like Africans aren't supposed to celebrate this type of thing, or if you are a part of the divisive culture between like Blacks and Africans, you're a part of the problem. People be sitting in my face telling me that I shouldn't identify as Black. Mind you, we went to the same middle, high, and elementary. We grew up in the same neighborhood listening to the same things. My household, of course, was different than yours, but your outside experience was practically the same as my outside experience. We just got different parents.
No, the hell it wasn't. And what you mean, we just got different parents? Like that don't mean something. Fam, he talking about the household, how you was raised. I mean, it don't mean nothing different now. We just had different parents. Because, you know, parents don't really mean nothing at all, right? Fam, if somebody don't go tell this guy, all of that divisive stuff don't work. Okay, let me go ahead and put it into the divisive stuff. I am proud to be divisive. I am the most divisive person in the world. Because guess what? Anybody that'll tell us that we being divisive, we weren't connected to them in the first place. Okay, so there's no connection to be divisive with. And if you're running around here talking that divisive talk, then that just showed me that you ain't nothing more than a tether, a fleer, a hopper, a skipper, a jumper. That part all the way.
I grew up in two separate worlds. I went home, they speak in Yoruba. I'm on the streets, niggas speaking Ebonics. Like, I grew up in two separate worlds.
Oh, so it's two separate worlds when he's talking about how we grew up. But it's all one when he's trying to get FBA energy. This man is contradicting himself as he's speaking. It's two, I mean different, I mean our parents, I mean everything. However, we all the same now, ain't we, brother? No, we're not. And you ain't my brother.
At home, they speak in Yoruba. I'm on the streets, niggas speaking Ebonics. Like, and I don't think anyone will ever really grasp that. So for you to tell me I'm not Black is like me telling you you're not African. If you're a Black American.
What? He thought he was flexing, didn't he? This man said, for you to tell me that I'm not Black, that's like me saying you ain't African. Well, I ain't African and you ain't Black. You answered your own self there, Mr. Fufu. And you tell your Mr. Fufu parents the same exact goddamn thing, fam. FBA sets all of the trends. We the trendsetters, fam. We have always been the trendsetters. And the only difference between now and then, fam, is now we owning it. Own your greatness, everybody, okay? Own your greatness. And the fact that we have been owning our greatness makes everybody fall back. You understand? When foundational Black Americans get on code the way we're on code, fam, and we telling everybody we're the non-deportable. We showed evidence and receipts on the table. Boom, they got to deal with it. We showed everybody Juneteenth is all about us. Evidence, receipts on the table. Boom, they got to deal with it. We showing everybody we ain't African. Receipts, evidence, spoilers, invoices, tax returns, all on the table. Boom, they got to deal with it. So every single thing that we doing, they have to deal with. There's no way around it. You can't hide. You can't duck. These people are being exposed, and I'm loving it, and it's only getting better. I want everybody to notice what that young sister said a minute ago. She said they mad because the next generation coming up. So when you got the next generation and they coming up on certified time, then you got us out here on certified time. That is what I call the perfect combination. And this combination is so perfect that everybody's falling in line, because quite frankly, we've given these people no choice but to fall in line. And that's a beautiful thing. And speaking of falling in line, y'all, everybody's getting their ABK. All right, that anti-black karma coming for everybody. You can't run, you can't hide. We stand on business and we multiply. This lady right here comes out, fam. She starts telling everybody about the Haitians, right? Remember all this, fam. Let me make this clear. Oh, because we're not going to forget. I want everybody to remember, just a few weeks ago, Haitians were running around here and they thought that they was going to take Juneteenth. They thought they was going to say it's our culture. Y'all remember that Haitian? And I think a Nigerian lady came out too, and they was talking about how Juneteenth is theirs, and they was trying to create divisions between us. Okay, well, things haven't got too good for them lately. See, fam, I don't know how these people don't understand, but when you disrespect the lineage, heritage, and culture, it comes with consequences. Yes, it does. Okay, and the consequences sometimes is not just that big forehead you got on your neck. It's also people end up losing jobs. I would never mess with FBA because the foundational's going to get you and the ancestors going to get you and that certified frequency is going to get you. Watch this, fam.
For work, and I work at FedEx, y'all, in the warehouse, okay? And when I tell y'all shit is real, like, I seen like literally 100 Haitians at work yesterday. Today it was ghost town. These people are really losing their job. Like, if they don't have that card, if they don't have that paperwork, they are being told not to come back to work. And I just have to say that, you know, I watched them Haitians literally build happiness around, you know, just being out of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know about Haiti, if you don't know what's going on in.
Wait a minute. Happiness by being away from your homeland? I'm sorry, Nino, speak that bullshit. Sorry, that bullshit does not compute to me. I don't understand how that feels. We love our homeland.
Build happiness around, you know, just being out of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know about Haiti, if you don't know what's going on in Haiti, baby, it is bad. These people are scared. These people are, like, they're devastated. And the fact that they was told that they would be able to finish out in 2 years, and now Trump is making these people leave and making these people lose their job, their source of income, is crazy.
Okay. Very interesting, you guys. Very, very interesting out here in these Strizneets. Damn. Weren't they just talking crazy? See, one thing I don't respect is, first off, somebody who can't build their own homeland. And the second thing I don't respect are people who are more worried about somebody else and making TikTok videos about foundational Black Americans when they should be worried about their own homeland failing. Remember this, y'all. Every single musty-ass tether who talks disrespectful to us ain't even got their homeland in order. What does foundational Black Americans say? What do we always say, fam? You got to get your house in order first. Your house ain't even in order, but yet you running around here making videos about my people. Okay. Well, let me tell y'all a little something that done happen. You see how she was saying that right there, right? Y'all remember that, right? We got it framed, okay, about Haiti and everything that was going on in Haiti, and they need to be friends and be nice. Okay. All right. Well, let me show y'all what ended up coming out just the other day and what she's alluding to. They thought they had that temporary protective status. Yes, they did. They thought the protective status was going to have them good. See, they thought that Joe Biden
Massachusetts is home
forever, and they found out Joe Biden will not be in office. Hell, Joe Biden doesn't even know who Joe Biden is. And now they're finding out right here, fam, what foundational Black Americans always know. Your ass is on your own in your homeland, and apparently you're on your own right here in America. Thousands of Haitians now being deported, and millions of FBAs don't give a damn. I'm one of them.
Massachusetts is home to the third largest Haitian population. The protection shielded people from deportation. Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas is live outside the Haitian consulate in downtown Crossing. Drew?
Rachel, the Trump administration has rolled back an 18-month extension of deportation protection, stripping hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants of their protected status by August. The General Consulate of Haiti here in downtown Crossing and advocates across the Boston area are now being flooded with uncertainty and anxiety.
And it does this country no good to try to ship people back to a dangerous country like Haiti.
A directive to push more than 500,000 Haitians out of the United States in less than 6 months is being called unrealistic and unfair by Jeff Thielman with the International Institute of New England.
You will see communities ripped apart. You will see families ripped apart. They followed legal pathways to get here. They did everything that they were supposed to do.
The Department of Homeland Security says about 57,000 Haitians registered for temporary protected status following a devastating 7.0 magnitude earthquake in 2010. That status was renewed under the Biden administration in 2021 amid civil unrest after the assassination of Haiti's president.
This will have disastrous consequences for them. These are people that have been here, some since 2010. A lot of them have had U.S. citizen children here in the U.S.
Under the Biden administration, Haiti's temporary protected status was extended through February 3rd, 2026.
Wait a minute now, family. I just thought about something. They said the Biden administration. Goddamn. They even got "by" in the W that they love so much.
Administration in 2021 amid civil unrest after the assassination of Haiti's president.
This will have disastrous consequences for them. These are people that have been here, some since 2010. A lot of them have had U.S. citizen children here in the U.S.
Under the Biden administration, Haiti's temporary protected status was extended through February 3rd.
Damn, so I guess done said bye, and now y'all all on your own. But let me tell y'all something, fam. We talked about how, notice that was in Boston. That was in Boston, y'all. That was out there in Boston. And let me tell you something. For a long time, these people who've been coming over here, we've been saying that they come over here to be next to the dominant society. What do we always say immigration is really about? Immigration is about proximity to white folks. That's what it's always been about. They can say whatever the hell they want to say. They can talk about, no, it's not. Yes, the hell it is. That's what it's always been about. But remember, fam, that they were coming over here. All of those Haitians, let me tell you the two things that they were doing. They was coming over here hating on foundational Black Americans. They was trying to hijack Juneteenth. And another thing they was doing was coming over here and being house slaves for W's. Yes, the hell they were. They were coming over here being house slaves for W. All of that TPS that ended up getting canceled, thanks to Donald Trump. Shout out to Trump. Thank you very much. Go ahead, keep doing your thing. All of that basically sent those people packing. And while they were making TikTok videos about foundational Black Americans, while they about to get sent back home, that's dirty work. But let me tell you what else is. The fact, fam, that when they were coming over here and they had all this spite, jealousy, envy, and vitriol for us, they didn't have that same type of energy for the Mayos, fam. No lie. I want you to lock this in. Think about every single Haitian that you've seen disrespecting foundational Black Americans. I want you to think about every single Haitian that said, we done work hard. How come you ain't worked hard? I want you to think about every TikTok video and every time they try to steal Juneteenth from us. And tell me this, did they have that same smoke for Mr. Mayo when they were coming over here doing what? Being house slaves. Family, if you ain't seen this before, go ahead and dial in and notice the difference between how they come at us versus how they come at boss.
A migrant family from Haiti is sharing their experience. They're searching for shelter in the Boston area and then recently found a host home in Brookline. And now they're looking for jobs. As NBC 10's Aaron Logan reports, they say these last few weeks have been life-changing. And
it's been an emotional few weeks for Wildande Joseph and her husband. First, sleeping on the floor at Logan Airport, then in Children's Hospital with their 2-year-old daughter who got very sick. She felt bad, as any mother would. Now things are looking much brighter as they've been welcomed into Lisa Hillenbrand's Brookline apartment.
Tu niña es muy alegre ahora.
Sí, muy alegre. Cuando se levanta en la mañana, se dice, "Ay, Lisa."
She says her daughter is very happy. When she wakes up in the morning, she says, "Hi, Lisa," and everyone starts the day smiling.
It's a delight. And it's really fun having them. What I realized is there's so much prejudice against refugees, mostly because people don't know them.
Lisa says she feels like she has her own personal chef as Wildande loves cooking.
Your own personal chef? Fam, look how they come over here and want to be next to the dominant society. I don't see that same energy I seen in them TikTok videos talking about FBA. I don't see that same energy, family. Let's keep it real. She said she's got a great cook. She feels like she has her own personal chef. This is in the same Massachusetts, the same one that all them TPSs got canceled, y'all. Same thing. Look at this. And by the way, anytime you see a W talking like, I don't see what's wrong. Of course you don't. Because fam, something nobody was talking about, which we're going to talk about, is the in-house slaves from immigration. Now, when Black Alpha sits here, and I've been saying for years that immigration is about proximity from the dominant society to all of the tethers. When they come over here and they be mad at us, it's really deep down inside they want to be next to males. And you seen a whole program that was in PAC where it was adopt an immigrant. They were coming over here doing work that Black folks were forced to do in America during slavery. They was doing it in the 2000s. They over there being a personal chef. I cook for her. I clean for her. What else are you doing for them? Other than making TikToks. And I promise you, that same lady right there, I promise you, she would be down there cooking for Mrs. Mayo. She'd be sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, going to get the mail from Mrs. Mayo. And she probably went right back upstairs in a small little room, pulled out her phone and made a TikTok video disrespecting FBA and talking about how Juneteenth is really theirs. Fam, it's the same person. You can't separate them. The same one who's the in-house immigrant is the same one who's the TikTok tether. Yes, indeed. And family, they was out there really tap dancing. Haitian family shares story of finding host home. You know what I call a host home? I call that slavery. And the fact that you over there cooking for Mrs. Martha while you hating on me.
Very happy. Yeah. When she wakes up in the morning, she says, hi, Lisa, and everyone starts the day smiling.
It's a delight. And it's really fun having them. What I realized is there's so much prejudice against refugees, mostly because people don't know them.
Lisa says she feels like she has her own personal chef, as Wildande loves cooking. ¿Te gusta la ocupación? Sí. In fact, her goal is to open up her own restaurant. The couple has their work permits, and they've been taking English classes.
Hey, she really thinks she's going to open up her own restaurant. You letting them damn W's sell you every damn dream in the book. I'm telling you, if you just go upstairs with my husband, in that room for about 10 minutes and cut the lights off, I'll get you your own restaurant. Oh, by the way, take the trash out. I'll get you your own restaurant. They think they working to truly get a restaurant. They really think that these W's are going to work for them, fam. This is why we delineate. We delineate from everybody who is absolutely delusional about the system of supremacy. We can't be around them. It's just not safe. It's not safe. Look at this woman. She is in tethered la la land. Look at her, fam. She's like, the birds in the sky. Look at all of the birds and the males. Oh, it's so sweet here. I am a slave and don't even know it. But if I did know it, I'd still like it because I'm still next to Martha. Get the hell out of here. One day you're going to open your own restaurant. Yeah, what? Right here? By being a personal in-house chef?
Lisa says she feels like she has her own personal chef, as Wildande loves cooking. ¿Te gusta la ocupación? Sí. In fact, her goal is to open up her own restaurant. The couple has their work permits and they've been taking English classes. They're open to work anywhere to save money for their future. In the meantime, they're enjoying their time with Lisa, their new friend for life, and their daughter's new grandmother.
No, stop. You can't make this up. Wait a minute. And their daughter's new grandmother? You don't took it that far, Miss Haiti? Come on now. Really? Fam, it can't just be, hey, I'm here, I'm doing the work, I'm trying to get past. They got to take it that far. And their daughter's new grandmother. You done granted this woman grandmother status. She's using you. You are a slave.
They're enjoying their time with Lisa, their new friend for life, and their daughter's new grandmother.
They are hardworking. They want to learn. They want to be successful. And I feel great helping, and I get to understand the refugee crisis from the inside.
Lisa says she's so impressed by the number of people she's met right here at Brookline Town Hall meetings who've been stepping up and hosting families. She's hopeful more will do the same.
Hosting families. Hosting families. Y'all hear that, right? Hosting. It's a whole apparatus, y'all. This was the in-house immigrant. This is all got shut down by Donald Trump.
I feel great helping, and I get to understand the refugee crisis from the inside.
Lisa says she's so impressed by the number of people she's met right here at Brookline Town Hall meetings who've been stepping up and hosting families. She's hopeful more will do the same in the coming days and weeks. In Brookline, Aaron Logan, NBC 10 Boston.
Fam, this is what we've been saying. That video tells you more about any type of folk who come over here claiming that they down with foundational Black Americans. You cannot make none of that up. They clearly are on that time. So you see, fam, that all got shut down. All of that got shut down. So, this is why we say, deport them. So that little family right there, they done lost their little in-house slave. They said they're going to get them a house. They're going to build for them. We're going to create a house for them. And it's going to be a nice house. And they're going to stay here. But I want everybody to see how they was definitely on some slave stuff. And the fact, fam, that we don't really know what else was going on. We don't know what else was going on. We don't know what else they've been doing behind closed doors. I think we got a pretty good idea of what the hell they got going on because we understand. But I have to go ahead and correct even myself. I have to stop saying things like these people don't understand the system of supremacy. They understand the system of supremacy because they've been colonized by it. What it truly is, family, is that these people want to be a part of the system of supremacy, and they're willing to do anything to be a part of the system of supremacy. That's truly, genuinely what it is with these folks. That's truly, genuinely what it is. These people are willing participants in the system of supremacy. That woman knows supremacy just as much as we do. She just knows it from the inside of being a slave. Okay, that's what she knows. A willing one, a willing participant. So we've been walking around and maneuvering around all of that. But it goes to show you right then and there, fam, these people are clearly mayo over everything, including thyself, including the self. Yeah, they would. They'll do anything for the dominant society. But all that got shut down. So I promise you that family's on their way back home. Think about it. Grandma. And by the way, y'all notice they said a friend for life. They've got a nice friend for life and a grandma. So let's make this clear. This W woman is a friend for life, and she is a grandmother to your baby. You are her personal chef and her housemaid. That is not an even exchange. And I want everybody to notice that they don't have the mentality of we're just doing this to get by. I'm willing to grind it out so I can get something in the future. See, they don't have that mentality that FBA does. Brothers and sisters right here, we'll go to work every day. We'll put in a hard day's work every day. Foundational Black Americans. We'll walk to work. And we'll say where I am now is not where I'll be 5-10 years from now. I'm willing to work where I'm at today. I'm willing to go here and deal with these crazy ass people at my job because I know eventually I'm going to work myself up, stack my money, save my money. What we always say, stack our money. These folks go over there and they say, I'm going to be the chef and the maid and not get nothing. And this grandma here. Don't be surprised. And I'm going to say this. I don't know. I'm going to have to do an update on this. Don't be surprised if August 3rd, by the way, is when the TPS for all those Haitians gets deleted. That baby's going to stay there with that white woman. I'm going to make that declaration here now. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Mommy and daddy are going home, but white mommy and daddy are keeping your baby. That's what's going to happen next. And you know the crazy part about that is, family? You know the crazy part about that is that they're going to be willing to give the baby away. They're going to hand the baby over to grandma. They're going to say, Grandma, here. We'll be back. You know what grandma's going to say? Fam, let me go ahead and just see into the future because y'all know FBA. We write all the time anyway. All we do is win. What's going to happen is that TPS, Temporary Protective Services, are going to get cut on August 3rd. Those people are going to be back to Haiti, and they're going to say, here's our baby. The dominant society is like, well, we might as well keep the baby. We kept kids. This is all the baby knows is us. All the baby knows is Brussels sprouts. That's it. And potato salad with raisins. So let's just keep the baby. The dominant society who exploits these people going to say, oh, here, go ahead, right? It'll go right through the court system, and they're going to keep that baby, and that baby's going to be their slave. Mommy and daddy are going to go home, but they're going to tell mommy and daddy, you'll keep in touch with us, and we'll bring you back. I'm going to get a lawyer. Bob's lawyer is going to get on the case. Bob's going to put his money on it, and we're going to make sure that you come home, okay? Give it about 2-3 years. In about 2 or 3 days, they will never respond to their calls. If 2 or 3 days, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, as soon as they walk out, as soon as they see them bye at the airport, they're going to be like, what's that person's name again? Hell, I don't know. Who, the lady that was cooking for us? The one that said we're a friend for life? Oh, shit, I forgot her name already. And then next thing you know, that y'all got me laughing. I see y'all. This wouldn't hurt so much if it wasn't true. Where y'all see, y'all be messing me up. Goddamn, that's funny. I see y'all in the chat. That baby is going to grow. You're going to see that same baby in probably about, I don't know. You're going to see that baby in maybe 10, 12 years in 2 different ways. Either you're going to see that baby on Unsolved Tether Mysteries, okay, or Missing Males, or that baby's going to be on TikTok or something saying, you know, what racism? I don't know no racism. My parents came here as lazy fleers. But now my new parents, my saltine parents, oh, they're so great. That's the outcome. Because when you've seen one, you've seen them all. And foundational Black Americans know exactly the way the game goes, family. Shout out to you, fam. Much respect. I see you. I see y'all. Y'all in here got me rolling, man. Y'all be lighting people up. By the way, if y'all new to the Black Alpha Network, subscribe. Welcome to Certified Black Society. We got 2,000 people here, almost 2.2. Shout out to the whole team. But y'all check this out right here, fam. And y'all know that's true. Watch. Yep. Y'all know like the movie. What's that movie? What's that movie? With the Michael Orr. What's the name of that movie? Y'all help me out. What's the name of that movie? It's Michael Moore. Yeah, that woman. Tell you that woman gonna be like, I don't know that person. Michael Moore. It had Sandra Bullock in the movie. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference between those two. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference. Okay, they're gonna get that baby. That baby's gone. I'm telling you, those parents are gone, and they gonna keep that damn baby. They want the baby any goddamn way. They want the baby. They don't give a damn about them. They're only using them to get the baby, y'all. That's it. Get out. No, not get out. No. Blindside. There you go. Shout out to you, Gene. Hey, I'm gonna call you, brother. Shout out to my brother Gene. I'm gonna give you a call, family. Shout out to my brother. Yes. And y'all remember Michael Orr came out and was like, ain't none of that went down in real life. Y'all remember that, right? Michael Orr came out, the brother that was around, and Michael Orr was like, hell no. I remember my brother used to hate that movie. My brother's like, man, they treat him like he's a goddamn dog in the movie. Straight up. They walk into the room. Y'all seen the way they was trying to talk to him in the movie? They walk into the room and he said, I never had one of these before. And they say, oh, what, your own room? He said, no, a bed. Like he ain't never had a bed before. You know what I'm saying? And you see Michael Orr came out, he's like, damn, them people was lying. Yeah, the blind side. Yeah. Michael Orr was like, hell no, they ain't go on. But I promise you, Miss Haitian ain't gonna say that. You see the difference because us over here on our side, we ain't with that. We know when we being exploited. Foundational Black Americans is like, nah, I'm working for my worth. Straight up. And by the way, that family in that movie, they done caught all type of smoke since that movie came out. Yeah, all types of, I think they got a divorce, all types of craziness went on because they got exposed. Because we understand y'all was trying to run that in-house slave stuff. But the Haitians and them, they cool with that. They ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, they was treating him like he was slow. You know what I'm saying? In that movie. And y'all remember that part in the movie, if y'all seen it? You remember that part where Sandra Bullock pulls up to the neighborhood and she like checks all of the gangsters in the neighborhood and talking about, I'm packing now. And all the gangsters are, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Mayo now. Y'all remember what I'm talking about. Get the hell up out of here with that weak ass movie. But they gonna making the same one. I'm telling you, they gonna be making the same one about that Haitian kid. We're gonna be sitting here. We're gonna be sitting here watching in about 5 years. We're gonna have an old special. We're gonna be like, y'all remember that baby where it was a friend for life? That's gonna be the movie. The movie gonna be called Friend for Life. The movie gonna be called Friend for Life, y'all. I put it on everything. The movie gonna be called Friend for Life. They're gonna be happy. Hold on. Fam, let's go there. We got to go there. Okay, hold on. I got to. The movie going to be called Friend for Life. It's going to be called Mayo Grandma. That's what it's going to be. Right there, fam. There you go, your movie right there. It's going to be called Friend for Life. He going to be gone. He back to Haiti. She going to have the baby. There you go, y'all. That's going to be the movie. That's going to be the movie right there. Y'all better go see Friend for Life. If y'all see Friend for Life, then y'all going to be like, oh, snap. It happened. Goddamn, that Black Alpha, that goddamn boy crazy. There you go. She want that baby. Look at her. Everything about her is, I want the baby. Look at her. She knows she want that damn kid. That's what it's all about, fam. They're going to be on some real sinners talk. Real sinners talk. And her right here smiling. Look at her. All lost. What? What, mommy? Now, you know the problem? Let me tell you what the problem is. Look at her over there smiling and grinning and stuff. Let me tell you the problem. You can't have two mommies in the house. You can't have two mommies. Okay, she thinks that she's the mommy. That's what she thinks. She thinks she the mommy. But how she gonna be the mommy? How he gonna be the daddy when that's the real mommy? And notice they didn't show the husband. The husband ain't been in here because he's concealing his identity for when it all happened. You can't have two mommies. Nah, that's the problem. That's why they don't respect them folks. And see, that's why nobody respects tethers. Tethers, it's over, okay? Tethers, fleers, hoppers, skippers, jumpers. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter, family. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to say it one more time for everybody in the building, okay? It doesn't matter who you are. You can be Mr. Jollof. Yes, you can. You can be Mr. Belgrande. Yes, you can. You can be Mr. Chicken Chow Mein. Yes, you can. But let me tell you what's the most serious, most important thing. The most serious and important thing is that you're going to all get deported and go back home. Because nobody, and I absolutely mean nobody, respects somebody who runs from their homeland and tries to get up underneath the system of supremacy. Even the system of supremacy doesn't respect you. So that's why everybody's out here saying deport. And you're all getting deported, and foundational Black Americans support it. And including that, let me show y'all this sister right here who went completely scorched earth on some tether trying to tell her that we don't know our background. So just like the last 16, 17 sisters Watch this sister carry that same flame.
Look, y'all, I'm about to dead this comment. I'm about to dead it. Somali people know exactly where they come from, unlike some Black Americans who, due to history, may not have clear roots. You thought you ate, but you didn't. Let me tell you something. You are going off the colonial state of mind, brother. Black people in America know exactly where they come from. We know that we're exactly from America. Y'all the ones that think that we just got here 300, 400 years ago. But if you read your history, which I'm about to start giving y'all some history lessons on this live tonight, complete with pictures, references, and the $40,000 books where I get my facts. If you guys would drop your colonial state of mind and do research outside of what colonialism tells you to do, you would know that many, 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 many Black families have been here for thousands of years. Thousands. I'm not talking about hundreds. I'm talking about thousands. I'm talking about when British came to invade back in the 1200s, 1100s, thousands, the 900s. When Britain came to invade, they wrote books about it. They did maps about it. They drew pictures about it. We are from here. And that's the problem, because y'all ain't willing to educate yourself. Y'all just willing to spew out some shit that white people done taught y'all, but that ain't even what it is, baby. My grandma, my particular grandma, her family been down there in Alabama for thousands of years before the invaders. Do you know how many families came to invade our prosperous land that you guys are acting like y'all don't know Black people is from? Do you know? Do you know? 13 families. 13. It took 13 different invasions for us to get here. So y'all really need to educate yourself, because y'all just saying shit that y'all heard, and that's like proves that your mind is just like a receiver. It doesn't even go and find.
I'll be damned. Why they do that to Beloved? Goddamn. Y'all know YouTube be messing with your boy. Y'all know. Y'all can hear me? Good. All right, we back. Why they doing that, man? Y'all know they be hating. So first off, let me make this clear. Shout out to that sister. I will post that, by the way. I will post that. But let me make this clear, fam. One of the things that we got to make sure clear. Okay, I got it. Appreciate it. One of the things we got to make sure, fam, that everybody knows. Everybody know. We got to make sure that people know foundational Black Americans, we giving these people history lessons on us. Okay, they don't give us history lessons on ourselves. We give them the history lessons. Okay, so that's the difference between everybody else and foundational Black Americans. We out here giving people that work. We out here giving people that certified business. All right, so I'm not done yet, but let me show y'all this as well. Remember, y'all, as we proceed, let me show y'all this as well. Everybody's been out here talking real reckless about FBA. And like I said, everybody out here can get deported. But when you start talking about ABK and that certified energy that's been coming down on everybody who got problem, fam, it get way deeper than just us out here in these streets. Oh, yeah, the hell it do. It get way deeper than people thinking it's just 1, 2s and 3s. Nah, there's been a lot of energy that people been noticing that nobody really wants to talk about other than foundationals. And y'all know we're going to talk about it. And not only are we going to talk about it, we're going to speak about it in our fashion. When we say people getting deported, that's exactly what the hell we mean. When we say their asses is going home, that's exactly what the hell we mean. But when I say things is getting real spooky in these streets, fam, I mean things is getting real spooky in these streets. Everybody want to have their own celebrations for Juneteenth, right? Everybody want to have one, right? Fam, ABK is coming at people real quick. Shout out to that sister. I'm going to post that so everybody want to catch the rest because I know they be trying to mess with it, but that sister was cooking. So certified salute if you're watching, sister. Much respect. But family, not only are the brothers and sisters out here putting in work like we be doing, man, there's some brothers and sisters who've been putting in work, and you can't see these ones, but they're there. How many of y'all seen this right here? And if you've seen this right here, please tell me. And by the way, tell everybody, if you want to celebrate Juneteenth, Black History Month, or any day, go to this place.
And for all the white people who are wondering where to go, where to celebrate Juneteenth this Thursday, come to Atlanta. We have a lake. You can bring your kids, you can bring your dogs, bring your jet skis, bring your yachts, bring your boats. It's called Lake Lanier. They have grills. They have places where you can have picnics. Just come and have fun. Celebrate, you know? Yeah, it's a very historic place that you guys can have fun, have a blast. I really think that you guys would enjoy it, honestly. It was created by the completion of Beaufort Dam on Chattahoochee River during 1956. You guys come. Look at that. I already know all the history. Come on now. How else do I know? Just look at this. Wow. Wow. What, do you want to go there? This is beautiful, guys. Come check that out.
Did y'all hear about the 27-year-old that jumped in Lake Lanier on his birthday and didn't come back up until 24 hours later and had on a life jacket? What people don't understand is Lake Lanier is not a game and it's not a joke. Water is the most powerful spiritual conduit. It holds memory, energy, and emotions. And what a lot of people don't know is Lake Lanier got submerged underwater twice, once with the Cherokees, once with the Black people. There is entire towns underneath Lake Lanier. And with all those emotions and energy trapped from what happened to those people, it's nothing nice. That is nowhere where you go swimming to go have.
Family, we've been trying to tell these people. We've been letting them know. Did y'all hear that it happened again? And it happened just a few days ago. And man, I'm sorry. Y'all tell me, we're chopping it up today. It's FBA Friday. Everybody smash that like button. Subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We are almost at 26,000 subscribers. So I send a shout out to everybody. By the way, we was at 24,000 a week and a half ago. So much love and respect. Fam, listen, isn't it always a non-Black American that you see in these places? I'm just being honest, fam. I'm just saying, if Julio Romero says you guys need to work harder and we all brothers and it's going to be y'all next, then it be y'all next. If Mr. Mayo comes out here and he says we should all say the N-word and it's all good, then he ends up having it be not so good, okay? It's always somebody else, and it just happened again, and people keep playing. See, it ain't just that we telling people. They think it's a game. They don't respect us, so they don't respect our spirituality neither, fam. That's what the difference is. Oh, but they gonna respect it because they damn sure can't check it. And y'all check this out. Watch the way it all turned out for this guy. Fam, it's getting spooky out here.
Have a good time. The energy there is unreal.
Understand it, y'all. I just don't understand it, y'all. Somebody make me understand it. Why are you still going to Lake Lanier like it's a vacation spot? It's not. When you go there, just expect the unexpected. I mean, at this point, it is expected. So that means you want to play with your life. It is not a vacation spot. People still must think it's a game or something. It's crazy. You can warn people like, hey, if you go down that road, you might not come back because of this, and this. And they be like, I'll take my chances. Because I know y'all seen the title already. Another loss at that lake. A 27-year-old. So this man right here, he went to Lake Lanier for a birthday celebration, y'all. Out of all places, he went to go celebrate his birthday there. And they said he jumped off the boat to where he ultimately perished. His name was Raymond Diaz.
The body of a 27-year-old man who jumped off a boat on Lake Lanier and never resurfaced has now been recovered. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources says the body was found Sunday evening, more than 24 hours after he was last seen. DNR says Ramon Diaz-Soria was out on the water with friends Saturday when he jumped into the lake from a rental Tritoon boat. This happened in a residential cove just north of Vans Tavern Park. Officials say the boat had come to a stop when Diaz-Soria went into the water. He had on a life jacket, but game wardens tell us that life jacket was not properly secured. Family and friends later told officers Diaz-Soria did not know how to swim. According to DNR, he went under and never resurfaced. His life jacket floated to the top.
For all the white people who are
What? Hold up. What? Wait. Whoa, one goddamn minute. Y'all heard that? He never resurfaced, but the damn life jacket did? Somebody talk to me, because I'm trying to figure out all the logistics of that. Absolutely. Stop playing with the ancestors. See, your problem is that y'all didn't respect us when we were here. You don't respect us when we gone. But you gonna respect us when we start paying you them damn visits. Fam, another one ended up happening. And it's always somebody else. And I hate to say this. I'm just saying, I don't know Mr. Romero, much respect. But let me say this as well. It's just crazy to me that a particular community been talking real reckless about foundational Black Americans. Let's make this clear, all right? You got all these ICE protests out here in the streets, and they've been out there coming down on us, making slurs about us, calling our name out. And then that same community, this person ends up getting caught in the Lake Lanier effect. I'm just saying, fam. And when all that Shiloh Hendrix stuff was popping, when Sinners was happening, when they was disrespecting us in that community, Mayo, somebody there ended up getting caught. So when you look at all the dynamics, I'm just saying, damn that, I'm just telling, keep your ass out. Or if you decide to go, you better love you some Black folks. Because if you bring, let me tell you one thing, fam. We don't tolerate anti-Black racism, but Lake Lanier really don't tolerate anti-Black racism. It's like Lake Lanier feels those anti-Black vibes soon as your ass pulls up. And it's got an anti-Black detector. So you think you're going to disrespect Lake Lanier with your anti-Black racism the way you be disrespecting us with your anti-Black racism. They don't play them games. They don't play them games that way. So another one goes down. And it always seems to be somebody who's from outside the community. And I'm not going to lie. When I heard about it, I said, that's either Mr. Romero or that's Mr. Mayo. And it was Mr. Romero. And that's crazy because that's the same time Mr. Romero been out here telling us that we next. All right. Well, apparently you were next. And it's going to keep on being next because anti-Black racism is not played by us in the flesh. And apparently it's not played by our spiritual system. You're going to end up catching that work. A lot of people been getting that work, you guys. A lot of people have. And it's deserving. It's deserving. Mm-hmm. You don't run around here. See, the universe has a special ability of bringing justice. Okay, so you're going to end up having to pay the way that the game is played. That's just how it go down, whether you like it or not. You ain't got to like it. Again, this ain't up for your feelings. This ain't up for your interpretation. If you disrespect FBA, you know what it is. And the thing is these people want to go down. And I'm going to be honest with you. And y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all feel the same way. I think a lot of these people be going down there disrespecting us. And I think they've heard what we say. I don't think it's a matter. People keep saying, quit going, fam. They know. There's this thing of them kind of like mocking us. That's one of the things they love to do. All right. All communities, they love to go out there and mock FBA. I think they be out there saying, Lake Lanier. Let's see what this is about. And then they end up drowning. That's what I believe. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I think them folks truly go down there and they think everything's sweet and they be out there mocking us, thinking it's funny. Same way they'll drive through the projects. You know what I'm saying? Little sneaky little ways, all that yo. They be trying to yo with Lake Lanier, okay? And they end up not being able to float in Lake Lanier. And it turns out bad for them. That's what I truly believe. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes back full surface, full circle. And a lot of things come back full circle with full service as well. And there's been a lot of people that have been disrespecting us, y'all. And one thing about FBA, man, we hear everything. We understand who talks about us. We understand what they say. We got it. You know what I'm saying? We got it. So let me tell y'all this right here. There's a particular individual that about this time last year was talking way crazy about foundational Black Americans. I'm talking about super crazy. And apparently he wasn't living too good, and foundational Black Americans shouldn't have been on top of your thing. I want to send a shout out to Joe Diddy. Joe Diddy, I got to send you a shout out, okay? Because you know you've been talking real crazy about foundational Black Americans. Y'all remember, these are some broke folks. Look at their leader. They Black racists. Y'all remember all of that? Because I know I do. And it wasn't even that long ago. Crazy things been happening to Diddy Joe ever since he been talking about foundational Black Americans. Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has. It hasn't turned out good at all for Fat Joe ever since he's been disrespecting the lineage, heritage, and culture. Neither has it for Busta Rhymes. It seems like everybody out there who has something to say about our lineage has turned out crashing out. And I'm just keeping it all the way 100 with you. So you see this right here, fam. And you see this man was disrespecting the foundational Black American lineage. Remember, he was out there saying that hip hop was 50-50. He was the main one saying it. He was the main one out here saying that hip hop was 50-50. Hip hop was for everybody. Hip hop is good. He was the main one saying it, y'all. And now you see that he done got pressed up and there's some charges in the lawsuit that's going to come his way. And it says that he was out there having relations with young folks. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, his own hype man for over 20 plus years said that he witnessed Fat Joe have 4,000 encounters with someone who was a young person, who he had no business doing. 4,000, I'd be damned. And now everybody's sitting there looking and saying, there might be some smoke to this. This is all allegations, but these allegations in the streets got a little smoke. So everybody's right now watching this and seeing the way that it unfolds, and they pulling out some paperwork on Fat Joe, and they saying, wait a minute, Joe. You had a lot of other little issues before that you was talking reckless about foundationals, but when foundationals pulled out your paperwork in the past, you always had low-key hate, vitriol, and spite for foundationals. See, the best thing about anti-Black karma is that anti-Black karma comes in a foundational Black American who's alive. Well, we ain't got to do nothing. We could sit back and do this, and the karma gonna get them. That's all it is. So you get encounters with some young folks, even flew this young individual out and tried to get a BBL for this individual. Yeah, which they're going to see the paperwork on that because that paperwork follows. That paperwork follows as well. So they're going to do some paperwork checking. They're going to say, well, hold on now. This is your own hype man. This is your own hype man doing this. So again, you're somebody else who was too worried about what FBA was doing when your paperwork wasn't right. If your paperwork trash, don't talk about foundational Black Americans. It's just not good for you. It ain't good for you. It ain't safe for you. It ain't going to work out for you. And when we pull back the layers, I want everybody to remember this. Y'all remember this? Tell me y'all remember this. Remember when Kamala called all of her tap dancers to the White House because these were the people who were trying to tap dance their way into a position on the Kamala Harris administration that never worked out? Y'all remember that, right? Okay. Well, look at this right here. Fat Joe is the only Puerto Rican right there. And he got Haitian Martin there too. And I want y'all to know, all of that hip hop is 50-50. That was all by design. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. He was trying to give a baby a BBL. This is all in the documents. It's all allegations. All allegations. That's what the documents say. And here, hype man for over 20 years said he witnessed 40,000 situations go down with you. Yes, the hell. But I want y'all to see that right there. Fat Joe was out here talking hip hop is 50-50, and that was all by design. See, the same way that we talk about this today, everything connects. I'm going to connect the dots from right here today in Juneteenth 2025 to all of that hip hop is 50-50 stuff that started in 2023. They said hip hop was 50-50 because that was all a part of the assault to try to erase foundational Black American culture. They started off when we started getting big on reparations, an anti-Black hate crime bill. So they said, how can we dilute what foundational Black Americans are doing? I got an idea. Let's take away everything that we know is a foundational Black American creation. And when you talk about a foundational Black American creation, you got to start at hip hop because we are the culture. So since they used that, they said, let's go get a bunch of washed up rappers. You know, the rappers that were running around here acting like they was down with the blacks in the 1980s and 90s. You know, the ones that waited until all the OGs like Tupac Shakur were gone, because they wouldn't have been talking that talk had Tupac been here. Trust me, Busta Rhymes. Trust me, Diddy Joe. Y'all wouldn't have been saying that if Pac was still here. So they made some phone calls and they said, yo, we got this erasure thing going on. And in this whole erasure thing, we need a couple rappers, ones who are non-FBA. So they called up Fat Joe, and then they called up Busta Rhymes, and they were the two ones to lead the fray. Problem for them is that they found out that this is the reparations generation, and we foundational, not Africans. The things that you could pull off back in the day, you can't pull off now. So they started running with the 50-50 lie. And that 50-50 lie, fam, that was well paid for. Fat Joe started popping up everywhere. WNBA games, didn't even know the players' names. Fat Joe was at the damn Versus, hosting the Versus battles. Fat Joe was on CNN. Fat Joe had a meeting with Joe Biden. Now, Fat Joe is not on anybody's top 3,000 rappers list. I just checked, the top 3 million rappers list. Okay, MC Pootie Loke in his mama's basement is a better rapper than Fat Joe. So everybody wondered, how the hell did Fat Joe go from somebody that nobody listens to a meeting with Joe Biden? You had Fat Joe, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris all laid out right there. They was all friends and family. And next thing you know, they said, call Busta Rhymes on the phone. And he came on in there and he said, I'll do the same thing. And then something happened called Microphone Check, which was a documentary by my brother Tariq Nasheed, put it into all of that. I want everybody to notice that 50-50 talk, that ended as soon as Microphone Check came out. And they all started crying. And then Fat Joe does what? He did what a good little tether would do. He runs to another tether, a tether named Math Hoffa. Yep. Okay, Math Heffa. I'm sorry. Sometimes, it slips. I get it wrong sometimes. Math Heffa. All right. So who's a tether, by the way, himself. So he runs to his little tether friend. And what does him and his little tether friend do? They have this little interview where Fat Joe comes out and he starts saying that foundational Black Americans are Black extremists and foundational Black Americans are racist. He don't say nothing about the anti-Black Puerto Ricans. Nope. He don't say nothing about the anti-Black Caribbeans. Nope. He don't say nothing about the anti-Black Africans. Nope. Because remember, a Puerto Rican, a Cuban, an African, a Jamaican, a Haitian, they'll become friends real fast when they want what FBA's got. And hip hop is what it was. So out of nowhere, you started seeing hip hop got created in Africa because of damn drum. Then it turned into hip hop was created in Haiti. Then it turned to hip hop was created in Jamaica. And then it was Puerto Rico. And then Mexicans came out and said they started it. This started a whole wave of hip hop was created by everybody. 50-50 turned into everybody created it other than us. See, I'm old enough to remember when nobody would debate you about hip hop. They say, listen, we don't like Black folks. We don't want no Black folks around us, but we ain't gonna lie. That is an FBA creation. And then out of nowhere, 4 years ago, they start saying, well, maybe it wasn't. Notice that the hip hop 50-50 lie came out at the same exact time that reparations blew up. Notice that, y'all. Notice that all this hijacking of Juneteenth came out same time reparations came out. Everybody seen the fact that we got on code and they wanted a piece of our pie. They can't have it. They're not strong enough. So he runs out there to Math Heffa, and him and Math Heffa sit down and have an interview that completely flopped. And soon as that ended up happening, Fat Joe started having a very, very odd string of bad luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, and let's not forget either. Fat Joe ended up somehow hosting the BET Awards. Yeah, the man hosted the BET Awards, and he ain't Black. But somehow, some way, the man ended up hosting the BET Awards, and they said, come on down. It's okay. You can host them. And then guess what happened right afterwards? He ended up getting fired. The BET Awards said, Joe, we don't want you around. The BET Awards said, Joe, you got to go. And that was the first anti-Black karma that came knocking on his door. And that anti-Black karma said, you ain't Black and FBA's on you. Let me tell y'all, we are the big ballers and shot callers. We send people packing. See, the world operates like this. They see if foundational Black Americans is on your bumper, they pull the plug on you. That's what it is. Because they know the effect that we have in the grassroots can destroy careers. We destroyed Kamala's career. What the hell you think we're going to do to a two-bid washed-up rapper? In the dominant society, you can accuse them of a lot of things. But one thing they know is they know better. And they said, Fat Joe, plug out, goodbye. And ever since then, Fat Joe's career has been in absolute shambles. So you came in foundational Black Americans. You thought that you was going to get some money. You thought that you was going to blow up. You thought things was going to be good. And what you come to find out is only thing that's happened ever since then is that you got fired. You ended up getting embarrassed. And now you got some charges.
I would get these.
And as far as Math Heifer goes, let me go ahead and get on him too, because he thought he was going to be big, bad, and bold too. He thought he was going to be able to run that game of, well, I'm this, that, and the other thing. Well, let me tell y'all what ended up happening to him. Math Heifer ended up being in a studio that he couldn't pay the light bill. Oh, yeah. Think about it, y'all. Tether couldn't pay his bills. Goddamn. Is that a shocker to you? And Math Heifer came out and said, well, I'm in the studio with the lights off and, nobody wants to help me out. And it's been a hard time. And someone please help me. Yeah. And Math Heifer lost his show. Yes, he did. His show's over with. It's gone because he couldn't pay his light bill. And everybody else, they got completely rid of him. Oh, not to mention Fat Joe's album came out and it went triple Tupperware. And it's right next to Busta Rhymes' album that went triple plastic. So both of their albums went complete wood and nobody liked them because, it's super trash. And then next thing you know, Math Heifer comes out and he's talking like this. Tell us, Math Heifer, how bad is it?
Right. Here's the kicker. So I got a bill one time for electric. And I looked at it, I was like, this is impossible.
Yeah, you got a bill. Yes, you did. You got a bill. Yep, everybody gets bills. The question ain't getting the bill. The question is, how come you couldn't pay him? And how come you in there? This man got a damn flashlight like a maintenance man. Look at him. His eyes is bucking. Look at his eyes, y'all. His eyes is bucking. I couldn't pay my bill. This is like I couldn't build my homeland. So somebody can't pay his bill or build a homeland. Eyes be damned. So he got his anti-Black karma, as well as Fat Joe got his anti-Black karma. And he was crying like this.
You know what I'm saying? Take legal action against the situation, but it's tough. I can't turn the power back on because I need a lease in the lease situation. But it's tough. I can't turn the power back on. But it's tough. I can't turn the power back on because the power back on because I need a lease.
Damn, can't even turn the power back on. I would think that you would be able to turn the power back on. Call Fat Joe. Call Fat Joe. I'm sure Fat Joe can help you out. Fat Joe can help you out. I'm sure somewhere out there, Fat Joe can help you get your power back on because apparently y'all out there looking bad. And also apparently, Fat Joe, Black Alpha's got some receipts on you, partner, or should I call you Diddy Joe? And one of the reasons why these allegations are out right now, and a lot of people in the streets are saying 40,000 instances that people say you did this with a child. And people are also looking at Fat Joe and saying, well, if you know Fat Joe, then you would know this isn't the first time Fat Joe's had one of these situations occur to him. Oh, no, you ain't heard? You ain't know? Oh, let me tell you all about Fat Joe. The news that broke, and by the way, this was on Juneteenth, by the way, family. So, I can't make up any more anti-Black karma than you can. Matter of fact, we're going to deep dive on this on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to do a whole broadcast. It's going to be called Juneteenth Justice. Did Fat Joe get his ABK? But right now, let me go ahead and give y'all just a little appetizer. And that appetizer is that we done pulled out the receipts and showed that Fat Joe, he already previously had an assault case. Damn. So you already had an assault case previous to this, and then you got another one? That ain't going to look too good in front of the judge, Joe. No. Fat Joe investigated for an assault case. Platinum selling rapper Fat Joe was detained by police in Madison, Wisconsin last night after a 33-year-old woman, he went from 33-year-old to 3-year-old. I'm just saying, sorry, had to, couldn't help it. That's my FBA way. She told cops that Joe and his entourage had assaulted her in a Cadillac. Damn, Joe. I'm just saying, Joe, I don't think the judge gonna like hearing that, bro. Because one thing for certain is when they start pulling out receipts on you and they start showing that you got a track record of this type of behavior, I'm thinking that folks is going to say, well, hold on now. Maybe, just maybe, the best indication of future behavior is past behavior. And your past behavior ain't look too good, Joe. So that shows you right then and there exactly what we've been talking about, family. Everybody out there knows what foundational Black Americans know. And that is that these people are getting dosed up with their ABK. And it's from FBA. And by the way, he had a whole lot of things to say about Bill Cosby. Remember that? Remember that, y'all? Oh, yeah. See, he was auditioning for a spot in the Black Erasure a long time ago. Anytime you see these people coming after our legends and our icons, that's because they're trying to get a position. They're trying to get a spot where we are. He was coming crazy at Bill Cosby, saying, man, listen, fam, I'm going to quote him. He said, I'm not saying that one of the girls ain't lying about Bill, but if 17 girls say it, Bill, then at least one of them got to be telling the truth. Well, then I could say, based on the evidence, that if 40,000 cases of you doing this, people say, then at least one of 40,000 got to be true. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. Because FBA takes notes of everybody, and foundational Black Americans see everything. So the fact that you was running around here talking reckless about the lineage, and next thing you know, the same things that you said about Bill Cosby, we gonna say about you. The same exact way that you were saying, well, one of them got to be real, is the same exact way that I'm saying out of 40,000. Fam, when it came to Bill Cosby, you had 17, 12, 22 accusers, all from the 1970s and all wanted a bag. With Fat Joe, on the other hand, your own hype man came out and said that you had 40,000 different situations with an individual. Last time I checked, and I'm not a tether, so I understand what mathematics is because I don't have a tether education. I have an FBA education. 17 is far less than 40,000. I'm just saying, 40,000 mean that you would have to have a situation occur every day for like 7 years or some crazy stuff like that. So I'm just saying, when it all go back down, I want you to remember that hip hop is not 50-50, but your guilt is 100%. And I thank you very much for that, Fat Joe. We're going to see you again all the way on Sunday. But in the meantime, in between time, let me show everybody else this. Yes, 40,000, no lie. Y'all check this out, though, right here, family. I want y'all to see that these people been running around here getting a dosage of ABK. And I told you, you could just sit back and do this, and anti-Black karma going to get everybody. Everybody's going to get got. Because foundational Black Americans now are on code. And what did we say, fam? When we were not on code, we didn't get the luxury of having the ancestors and the energy flow work for us. Because the ancestors is out here saying they call themselves African, we ain't African. They didn't even know how to identify us. They sitting there saying, how the hell do we identify our family when they saying that they minorities? Now that we got our lineage right, we got our heritage right, and our culture right, people like Fat Joe end up crashing out. Every single tether ends up crashing out. And Deport, everybody who got a problem with us is simple as 1, 2, 3. And you're going to have a lot of people out there trying to save people. Yeah, there's a lot of folks trying to save them. Did y'all see this right here where you got a guy coming out and he said exactly what we say? Fam, all we do is win. All we are is correct. We're always right. We're always ahead of the game. We always foresee, and we're always excellent. I'm going to give you a reason why I'm not just going to say those things without giving y'all some facts. Think about everything I just told you about how great we are. And I want you to think about how many times we sat here and said it's going to go from deportations to war. And what happened? It went from deportations to the United States Marines. We also said it's going to go from ICE to deputies that are American citizens. Yep. Word on the streets have come out that the Donald Trump administration, ICE, are going to start sheriffing and deputizing American citizens. We, right here on the Black Alpha Network, you, Certified Black Society, all of y'all predicted this. If anybody don't believe me, I want everybody go back and watch a video from November and read the chat. Brothers and sisters were in the chat way back in 2024 saying the next step is going to be bounty hunters. That's the next step. And they were already throwing around those bills saying, hey, man, maybe we can give people $2,000, $3,000 for reporting because deportation is real. And we was over there saying, sign me up. Shit, where do I sign? Family, this video came out right here, and it only proved everything we say. FBA great, FBA exceptional, FBA magnificent, FBA phenomenal, and FBA is always right. Y'all look at this right here. A man showed up, and he told everybody, the next step is I'm going to be hired by ICE to be a bounty hunter. We have officially crossed over into the citizen bounty hunter against illegal immigrations. Deportations have taken a step further, and that's why I say, D.E.I. Deport every illegal.
As quick as possible. My name is Martin Alvarado. I'm a bounty hunter by trade. I've been introduced by my agency. I'm from Seattle. Tacoma called me and told me that as the waves go through, this is the first wave. The second and third is when they're going to hire us. The ICE is going to hire us bounty hunters, and they're going to be giving $1,500 to $1,000 per illegal. How are you going to stop us from coming through? Because we don't have to worry about warrants. We don't really have to follow too many of the laws. And if we're going to be deputized by ICE, we can pretty much do anything we want. They're already going over there and creating the squads as we speak now. That's why they called me. So as soon as I get back with my squad in Tacoma, we will be coming down the state. $1,000 per illegal is a pretty good price just to do things that you kind of enjoy. How or what you guys are going to do to stop that? Are you going to pay us more? Are you going to pay us $2,000 to just leave them alone?
I think you should be making those kind of comments. We're going to create panic right now.
I'm not creating panic. I'm trying to give you guys informed of what's going on.
You're comparing numbers right now. You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I'm just stating a fact of what are you guys going to do to stop us from doing our job.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing that job at all.
Why? What part of illegal don't you understand?
Can't put a price on.
You can put a price on every human being.
Can't.
Every human is worth a dollar amount.
It's not right.
Well, that's not right. That's your problem. If you don't.
All right, so we're going to have to ask you to stop. You know, and around here we don't refer to people as illegals.
I'm not going to get
they're
politically
human
correct
beings.
because it bothers you guys. But your sensitivity is not our problem.
Well, it is my it is my
abetting
problem.
Is a problem.
You know what? It is my problem.
Stating to beware because
It's time for you to be quiet.
Us.
It's time for you to be quiet.
Freeze. What you got right now, y'all, you got the Mayo and Miracle Whip battle. What he's doing is he's saying too much. And I want y'all to notice how they're trying to silence him. They're like, whoa. You're saying too much now. He's speaking in supremacist code. That's the supremacist code. He's like, whoa, wait a minute now. Even if we was going to do that, this is what we're supposed to say behind closed doors, not in an open forum. The blacks could be listening. There could be something called Certified Black Society. They're on point. They're very beautiful people. Everybody wants to be them. Nobody can be them because they're too great, but they could be listening right now. We don't want that certified FBA to hear this because maybe they might get the money. God damn it, Paul. You're talking too much. And Paul is sitting there saying, whoa, hold on now. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $84 million, $1,000 a person. This is what we be saying. The cameras is rolling and we watching. You got to learn how to train your eyes. Learn how to train your eyes. Your most two valuable things on the planet, fam, is your eyes. Okay? Always take care and always trust your own two. Always trust your own two. Whether that be your 2 feet, your 2 hands, or your 2 eyes, family. Always trust them. And you see right here that they are putting everything on the line, and we're hearing it. Let me go back to the beginning. I want y'all to say verbatim. He exactly says what we said. He said the first wave. The first wave, fam, we can't get more right because we use that term verbatim. He says the first wave of deportations, and we called it. This whole Donald Trump administration, mass deportation, the biggest one in American history, the Alien Enemies Act, this was not about just once. This was coming in waves, and family, it's only been 4 or 5 months.
I'm from Seattle. Tacoma called me and told me that as the waves go through, this is the first wave. Go through, this is the first wave. Waves go through, this is the first wave. The second and third is when they're going to hire us. The ICE is going to hire us bounty hunters, and they're going to be giving $1,500 to $1,000 per illegal. How are you going to stop us from coming through? Because we don't have to worry about warrants. We don't really have to follow too many of the laws. And if we're
You ain't got to worry about warrants. You ain't got to worry about the laws. Family, I'm going to let this play. I swear I'm about to let this play. And then we're going to chop it up because I got some proclamations I want to make and I need your guys' input. So let me let this ride and y'all tell me, are things about to get really serious in America more than they already are?
we're going to be deputized by ICE, we can pretty much do anything we want. They're already going over there and creating the squads as we speak now. That's why they called me. So as soon as I get back with my squad in Tacoma, we will be coming down the state. $1,000 per illegal is a pretty good price just to do things that you kind of enjoy. how or what you guys are going to do to stop that? Are you going to pay us more? Are you going to pay us $2,000 to just leave them alone?
I think you should be making those kind of comments. We're going to create panic right now.
I'm not creating panic. I'm trying to give you guys informed of what's going
You're
on.
comparing numbers right now. You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I'm just stating a fact of what are you guys going to do to stop us from doing our job.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing that job at all.
Why?
We're
What part of illegal don't you understand?
Can't put a price in.
You can put a price on every human being. Every human is worth a dollar amount.
It's not right.
Well, that's not right. That's your problem. If you don't.
All right, so we're going to have to ask you to stop. You know, and around here we don't refer to people as illegals.
I'm not going to get
they're
politically
human
correct
beings.
because it bothers you guys. But your sensitivity is not our problem.
Well, it is my
Aiding and
it is my
abetting
problem.
Is a problem.
You know what? It is my problem.
Stating to beware because.
Well, it's time for you to be quiet.
Us.
It's time for you to be quiet. It's time for you to be quiet and leave.
Why? Because I'm telling the truth?
Because you don't even have the cojones to wear take off the mask, bro. That's why. Then there you go. You got some? Now get out.
Did he take the mask off? Did he take the mask off? He got a Mayo mask.
Bro, that's why. Then there you go. You got some? Now get out of here. Take them with.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Y'all, this situation quietly has gotten even more severe. And the reasons why it's gotten even more severe is because the ante is about to be upped. And the more they up the ante on these illegals, it's about to get extra ugly. That man right there pulled up with a mask on. The reason why he didn't show himself because he's a bounty hunter. He's a bounty hunter. That's why he didn't show himself. He didn't show himself because he's a bounty hunter. He's trying to maintain a low secrecy for his identity. That's all that is. That's all that is, family. We see that. That's easy to compute. But I'm going to tell you what ain't going to be too easy to compute. These illegals think that it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse out here for these individuals because now that's what we call a green light. That's a green light right there, family. And that's a green light as much as you've ever seen a green light. You can't get more green light than that right there. So while they're sitting here trying to figure all of that out, let me make this clear, fam. That right there is a green light, a green light. Everybody was focused on the ICE protest. See, they don't understand it because y'all know they tethers and they're fleers and they're leeches and they're ops. What we knew is that all of those protests with those illegals going on out there in California, that was a diversion. The whole damn country's looking at that. But while that's going on, Donald Trump is signing off on going into sanctuary cities. Notice that as soon as the ICE protests started to come down, 2 days later, Donald Trump said, yeah, we're going into all the sanctuary cities. I'll see you guys there. You notice that, right? Okay. Well, while that's happening, now people are out here getting paid on the low for bounty hunters. And we had already predicted that, fam. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. So all that was nothing more than just a diversion. And all of the people out there when are crying and fussing, oh, leave him alone, leave him alone. They're not rioters because they're not revolutionaries. The only revolutionaries in the United States of America is foundational Black Americans. That's it. And you can check the track record. These people are not revolutionaries. These people are revolution scaries. They're scared, they're hurt, they're crying, they're cowardly. I mean, if you flee your homeland, you ain't no revolutionary. If you were a revolutionary, you'd be a revolutionary in your homeland. So by even coming here, it lets me know that you ain't about that life, okay? You're not about that life. You're revolution scary, meaning anytime something turns up, your ass turns away from it, okay? That's why their women ain't built like our women. They men ain't built like our men. Their kids ain't built like ours. Go look at when somebody run up on us, brothers and sisters, put in work, shut it down. Go look at when people run up on them, they cry and say, please let me stay here. So you see the difference between the two sides. So while everybody's out there having fist fights and all that kind of stuff that they're doing out there with ICE, Donald Trump is making his own little waves and his own little rounds. And now you're going to start seeing this. And I believe that that's already been secretly passed. That's a green light. Those folks just got green lit and don't even know it. Don't even know it. They've been green lit. And that's not what they want, is the bounty hunters to get involved. Because the bounty hunters has always been like a low key kind of, is it a law? Is it not kind of thing? And what has been, as I connect the dots, y'all, what has been the main thing people have been talking about? They've been saying how they wear masks and they don't identify themselves. Well, the reason why the ICE agents don't identify themselves is because people are trying to flee from them and run from them. However, now when you start adding bounty hunters to the fray, people are really going to get caught. Fam, I'm going to make this clear, and I need the family to help me out. And let me ask y'all a question. Is somebody going to get hurt? Is somebody going to get hurt, fam? Because I don't see this going anywhere good. Not for them. I see two trains. I see the train of I'm not leaving because I'm dark white, and then I see the mass deportation, 700 Marines and bounty hunters. And if you're watching these videos, the Democrats are putting batteries in the back of some of these illegals, y'all. Can we be real? The illegals now are starting to get bold. And I'm telling all y'all illegals out there, them same Democrats that are out there getting arrested for you, crashing out for you, they not going to be there for you when your ass end up in the hospital. I'm just being real. The liberals are sitting there saying, we got your back. This is wrong. This is terrible. See, the difference between us and the Latino community is they see the Democrats out there selling them all these dreams. And they think, okay, y'all going to call and stop me from getting deported. The Democrats got my back. Oh, they're going to stop me from getting rounded up. The Democrats got my back. Oh, I can run up on ICE agents. The Democrats got my back. I can go to a sanctuary city. The Democrats got my back. How has all that worked out for you? Y'all notice that every single thing Donald Trump said about immigration done came true. Who's winning the immigration battle right now? The Democrats are saying all these things. Oh, this is wrong. This is unlawful. And they ain't did a goddamn thing about it. Donald Trump is whooping them. Donald Trump said, law, 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 Marines, 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 go ahead. And the Democrats are resorting to getting arrested. If your politician can only get arrested for you, that means he ain't got no power. I don't need my politician to do what I can do. I don't need that. Fam, if we want to go get arrested, we can go get arrested. What the hell I need a politician that I vote for to do the same thing I'm doing? Y'all going to be in the same cell together. I don't need my politician in the cell next to me. I thought you had power. See, listen to Jasmine Crockett. Listen to Hakeem Jeffries. Go ahead. Listen to Cory Booker. All they're going to do is sell them illegals a pipe dream. They're going to tell them that y'all can stop ICE and this is wrong, selling them all these fantasies. This is bad. It's going to be real bad. This ain't good. They're doing the same thing that they used to try to pull on black folks. Symbology. That's all they're giving the illegals. And stolen land is not anybody's land. That's symbolic. That ain't going to hold up when ICE come. We are all people. All lives matter. That ain't going to hold up when ICE come. Y'all ripping families apart. That ain't going to hold up when ICE come. All the stuff that the liberals are selling, all the illegals, you go ahead and believe that, Jorge, because I understand you want to be Billy Bob. You want to be Jethro. You want to date Billy Bob. You want to date Jethro. But guess what? You're going to find out real quick that they just been selling you dreams and you've been wanting to be them the whole time. That's a terrible combination. So what's going to end up happening is the liberals are out here making two sets of laws in America. You ain't supposed to evade arrest, but the liberals are saying it's okay for an illegal to do that. You ain't supposed to not comply, but the legals are getting told by the Democrats it's okay to do that. So what I'm seeing now, there's two laws in America. There's the laws for Americans, and then the illegals got their own set of laws. Problem is that the laws the illegals think they got, the president of the United States of America and his White House secretary, his deputy secretary, ICE, Tom Homan, they don't abide by those. Somebody gonna get in some trouble. Y'all look at this video right here and tell me if trouble ain't on the horizon. Look at this. Tell me where this is okay for somebody to interfere in an arrest and watch how this guy gets in the way of ICE and he allows the perpetrator, the suspected illegal, to take off and get away. This will not go on much longer. Somebody's going to get put in a bad situation. Watch this.
Open the window. I'm going to bust the window. Okay? I'm going to bust. Open the door. I'm going to bust the window. Fine. Get out of my face.
I'm not in your face. You got the wrong one. I'm not the one you scared with.
Open the window.
That gun and that badge not going to help you.
I'm going to bust the window.
No, you're
I'm going
not.
to bust the window. I'm going to bust the window. Open the door. Open the door.
See, why you can't be here? You cool as hell.
That gun and that badge ain't going to help you? Who you talking to? Every other person is not allowed to talk like this. But the Democrats got these illegals thinking that they're lawless. The Democrats got these illegals thinking that there are no laws applied. Okay, keep on trying.
Open the door. I'm going to bust the window. Fine. Get out of my face.
I'm not in your face. You got the wrong one. I'm not the one you scared with.
Open the window.
That gun and that badge not going to help
I'm going to
you.
bust the window.
No, you're
I'm going to
not.
bust the window. I'm going to bust the window. Open the door. Open the door.
See, why you can't be
Open
here? You
door.
cool as hell. You over here somebody in your
Open the
face.
door. Open the door. Open the door.
Bro, catch him another
Open
day,
the
not
door.
today, bro. It's Sunday, bro. It's the day
Open the door.
Today is the
Open the
door,
door.
the day of the Lord. Why on a
Please,
Sunday?
open the
You
door.
good? I'll give you some
Open the
space.
door.
Thank you. Tírate para allá. Dale, 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 dale. Dale, get out. Dale, 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 dale. Dale, 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 dale. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Ni pija, ni pija. Claro.
Fam, you think that's gonna hold up when the bounty hunter come calling? You think that's gonna hold up, fam? And they talk about we don't know who the ICE agents are. Hell, we don't know who the undocumented are. That's why they're called undocumented. Undocumented. Yep, absolutely, family. Keep on listening to them damn Democrats. Yep, the Democrats. Yes, go ahead. Keep on playing them games. It's gonna end bad. Look how this dude just running interference. Crazy.
Dale, 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 dale. Dale, get out.
He's in the way.
Dale, 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 dale. Dale, 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 dale. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
He basically allowed that dude to get away. Basically, he allowed dude to get away. Fam, I'm telling you right goddamn now. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to take one Billy Bob, whether that's an ICE agent or whether that is a bounty hunter, in that same situation. And you're going to get one of these Julios who believes the Democrats and all the symbology and gestures. And he going to jump fresh on one of these agents or one of these bounty hunters. And then we all going to be right here on the Black Alpha Cast having a breaking news episode of how this stuff all unfolded and how everybody in the country is talking about, did Julio go too far? Did Julio get papped? It's going to be a major story, fam. Somebody's going to end up getting into some trouble, straight up and down. Because you got two sides, fam, and both sides is on some, they not moving too good. They not moving too good. Both sides is got a whole different kind of energy, and that energy is just not looking right. It ain't looking right. So that shows you, fam, that these tethers and these fleers and these hoppers and these skippers and these jumpers, they move on a different time. And that's not the time that we're on, okay? Because remember, everything that they tell us, that ain't what they tell them. That ain't what they tell them. They tell these people a whole different story. They tell these people a whole different story. Let a Black American do that, and nobody will say nothing. Let a Black American do that, and even the Democrats will come out and be like, oh, this is so wrong. Y'all remember when the protests were going on for Rashard Brooks out there in Atlanta? Y'all remember that? And do you remember how they were coming out and they were saying things like, remember that Lance Keisha Bottoms or whatever, and she was like, y'all go home, be nice. Y'all notice you ain't seen one politician come out and ridicule these ICE protesters? None of them. Because they've been providing them, sanctuary cities and all those things, fam. So that shows you exactly what we mean. These people been out here on some whole different time, providing these people protection. All of that, two different sets of laws that they've been having for illegals, that is not going to last long. That ain't going to last long. That's going to turn out real bad because you can't have one person saying there's a different set of laws and then the other group, the group with the money and with the power, they saying, nah, there ain't going to be no two different sets of laws. And I want y'all to remember this, y'all. As they've been trying to tell us about the illegals and everything going on in America, we don't know who these ICE agents are. Okay. Well, if we don't know who these ICE agents are, then somebody please tell me, who the hell are these people? Y'all remember this at the border not that long ago? Yeah, not that long ago at the border. These are all the Mr. Fufus, all the Mr. Jolos. These are Africans. These are Africans at the United States of America border just in a couple. There goes a little Julio. There goes a Fufu. I told y'all what I told y'all in the beginning of the episode. There go, that look like Mrs. Chow. That looks like Mr. Ramirez. That looks like Mr. Joloff. Fam, people be thinking we just clowning out here. People think we really playing. Look at your screen right there. Look at your screen, what you see. You see right there, George Lopez. You see Lucy Liu. And you see Burner Boy. Right there. Fam, look. Lucy Liu, George Lopez, Burner Boy, Deport. There you go. But these are the people who've been showing up. Look at them rolling in, family. Look at this guy? Where the hell this man come from? What is that dude Ukrainian? Like, who is this dude? This is who they've been trying to tell us. Oh man, we don't know who ICE is. I don't know who he is. We don't know who these agents are. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who these illegals are. You see what they've been trying to dump right there on the borders, fam? This is who ICE has been deporting. This is a year ago when they was coming in. Okay, now they going out. And that's why we've been saying DEI, deport every illegal. And every illegal been getting deported. Yeah, hell yeah, we see it. Yes, indeed. These people were just trotting right on into the United States of America. Free flow. Look at that right there. We don't know who these people are. We don't know who none of these people are, family. But remember, they were coming into our communities. Yes, our communities were housing these people. And now our communities are getting rid of these people. So there's a big contrast and a big difference on what's going on. There's a big difference on what's occurring. There's a big difference on how it's all playing out. Different. And we were sitting here talking about that all the time, y'all. All the time about what's been going on. All the time about what's been going on. And we've known for the longest that immigration harms the foundational Black American community. And now, fam, that's one thing. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day. Matter of fact, I had a debate with somebody the other day. We was talking and they was talking about something. I can't believe that Donald Trump is the president. He don't like Black people. And I said, okay, did Joe Biden? And then they were like, well, I don't know about the 94 crime bill. I said, well, then you need to know about the 94 crime bill before you open your mouth and you start talking. And they said, well, what has Donald Trump did for Black folks? I said, the first thing I could tell you right now is mass deportations. And then I broke down all the statistics of how deportations harm the foundational Black American community more than anything. I'm going to be honest with you. As far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump has already did exactly what we stayed on the couch for and allow the Democrats to crash out. Mass deportations, family. Absolutely. When you see statistics that prove that these people coming into the country is damn near at an all-time low, and you see mass deportations at an all-time high, and he just became president, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Let's be real. Can we say what it was? Black Americans, one, were done with the Democrats, and I don't give a damn who ran against them. I wanted to see them lose. And two, Donald Trump and deportations is a crazy thing. Remember, they said he wasn't going to carry out mass deportations. He did. They said Donald Trump was not going to deport Julios and Romeros. They're then they said that he wasn't going to deport Chow Mein. Chow Mein is gone. You seen the videos. Help me. Fam, all of them on the same line, all getting packed up. Then they say, well, he brought over a bunch of South Africans. What, 800? So we talking about 800 South Africans or 28 million illegals from all over the planet Earth. That's what we're talking about. I don't give a damn. Mass deportation, mass deportation, mass deportations. And that right there was perfect for me. As long as he don't mess the goddamn rest of the term up, cool. I'll handle the rest. See, we not like everybody else. I don't sit around and wait for someone to do for us. I'm like, yo, you handle the deportations and I'll take care of every goddamn thing else. Okay? Because if I could handle the deportations, we'd all be ICE right goddamn now. But I can't be ICE, so Donald Trump, you do that. Reparations, tangibles, benefits, luxuries, businesses being built up in our name. Shit, we'll handle that. We handle it any other time. I don't care who the president is. You could be Joe Biden. You could be Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. You could bring back goddamn Abraham Lincoln. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to get reparations with or without your ass. All you need to do is handle this goddamn deportation. And that's why we say DEI, deport every illegal. And you can deport every fleer and you could deport every tether. I care nothing. Because I remember the look on these people's faces when they thought Kamala was going to be president. They were very smug and they were very arrogant. I remember the look on these people's faces when they were saying hip hop was 50-50. They were very smug. They were very arrogant. Now I see a very deflated, defeated. No, it's all of it. Deflated, defeated, down bad, ain't got nowhere to go, can't find a place, can't find a home, and now you want FBA to give a damn? No can do. We ain't here to help you. But I'll tell you what we are here to do. We are here to show everybody this. And I've been wanting to touch on this for a minute. Family, when you start talking about people out here trying to dump this on foundational Black Americans, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people right here. Did y'all see Jamal Bryant? While, you know, this is why he wasn't sitting there snuggling up on Cam Newton's legs. I don't know if y'all seen that. Zesty as hell. Okay, super zesty. Ain't even super zesty. Ain't even the word for it. Okay, super Skittles bag. Did y'all see when that guy asked him about illegal immigration harming the black community? And do you see Jamal Bryant pass the microphone off like hot potato to somebody else? Yeah, disgruntled. There you go. There goes another one. Boy, you hold on. I see you in the chat. Where we go? Disgruntled. Damn, I got you. Hold on. I got to stop this. I got to stop that bringing it up. Okay, so what we got? Deflated, defeated, down bad, disgruntled. Okay, and down low. Jamal Bryant. There we go. We got another one, fam. Disgruntled, deflated, defeated, down bad, and down low. There you go. Those are all the D's that you can go ahead and you can apply to every last one of these Democratic ops. Look at this right here. Dude sits there, bounces around every single question, and then he says, oh, let me give the mic to somebody else. Watch this, fam. And by the way, this is a conservative guy who even the conservative guy knows that immigration harms the black community. And somebody put Jesse back in the goddamn shed. Somebody put Jesse back in the shed. Take him back to the nursing home, okay? Get Jesse the hell up out of here. Doofus, I see Doofus too. Debunk, I see that too. Absolutely. Absolutely. They got all the bad terms, family. All the bad goddamn terms. Absolutely. Look at this right here, family. Tell me this ain't as bad as it gets. Somebody put Jesse back in his nursing home in his bunk bed with Joe Biden.
I understand the boycott against Target against D.E.I, but why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting illegal aliens if illegal aliens disproportionately affect the black community jobs? Why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting? It is true. They take jobs, right? But they take your jobs.
What you mean it ain't true? Look at their energy, y'all. Look at their energy. Look, he's not even looking. Jamal Bryant looks like he's scared. This man looks like he's in Selma. She's trying to mammy it up with her finger up. This man looks like he's 89 years old. Jesse Jackson still thinks that Martin Luther King is over there. Look at these people. Look at this woman. She don't know what the hell's going on. This is the generation that we got rid of proudly. Proudly got rid of this generation, family. Straight up and down. Don't feel no shame about it, y'all. We proudly got rid of this damn generation. This generation has never served us, will never serve us, ain't did nothing for us. Get them the hell up out of here. Get them out of here, the Rainbow Coalition. And when you simply get asked, hey, man, these people don't really do nothing for black folks. Oh, no, that ain't true now. That ain't true. What you mean? What you mean it ain't true? It's statistically proven. Even Barack Obama did a study, and his study proved that it does. So, yes, it really does, partner. And look how Jamal Bryant didn't even want to answer it because he's too busy thinking about Scam Newton.
Against Target against DEI, but why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting illegal aliens if illegal aliens disproportionately affect the black community jobs? Why is the Rainbow Push Coalition supporting illegal aliens when illegal aliens disproportionately negatively affect the black community? That's not true. It is true. They take jobs, right? But they take your jobs. Legal.
Let me offer.
Nothing.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
This is the Rainbow Push Annual Conference.
I mean, if you want to support black jobs, you don't support illegal aliens coming in and undercutting black jobs. It doesn't make sense though, right?
Fam, how in the hell does a conservative W know this and say it out loud, but these people who are pretending and perpetrating to be some type of spokespeople for us sit there and just, let's not talk about it now. You see the energy that we talk about with these people. You see exactly why we take pride in canceling out every member of the Boule. And let's make it clear too, fam, the Boule is done as well. The Boule, matter of fact, the Boule was the first ones to go down. Yes, the hell they were. The Boule were the first ones to go down, and the Boule was the first casualty of us being on code. And they sit there and pretend like they don't really know that this harms our communities more than everybody. You understand what I'm saying, family? So this right here is a clear example of what we're talking about.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. The comedian, Christian comedian, move on with Darius Brooks, and uplifted by Jacqueline.
No answer to the question. But that anybody involved with this,
free admission.
and all I'll answer the question for you because it doesn't matter about black jobs. This is about raising money for their coalition. They don't actually do things to support the black community because if they did, they'd be working to stop black on black violence.
He threw in black on black violence. This is a conservative. This is a racist conservative. He went down to, stop black on black violence now. This is about black on black crime. So this ain't no rider. This ain't nobody on our side. This is the opposite side. This is nothing more than a Republican male. And he's calling out the W liberal males puppets. This is the political position that foundational black Americans have been in for eons. Stuck in between both of these folks, and neither one of these people give a damn about us. You see it, we see it, clear as day. This is why I tell people all the time, we ain't here for the left and we ain't here for the right. Neither one of them are on the side of foundational black Americans. Let's make this clear. They tap dance all over the goddamn place. They run and hide all over the goddamn place, and they do not serve us. That's what we're talking about. Here we go. So you can see automatically we've been independent. We've been saying, damn the tethers who come from that side of the country. Damn the tethers who come from that side of the country. Damn the tethers who come from that side of the world. Damn those tethers who come from that side of the world. Damn the Republicans who come from over here. Damn the Democrats who come from over there. I don't give a damn about none of them. This is all about us. See, when you have an us first mentality, you understand what it is. Let's make this clear, y'all. You're going to have a lot of black folks who are going to run away from the liberals and they feel they're going to run to the Republicans, right? Jumping back and forth between plantations, you're still a slave. The goal is to not be on anybody's slavery, to be on nobody's field, to be picking nobody's cotton. That's the goal. And you can see already, you got people who want to bring in illegals and deny it. And then you got the other people who say, well, you know, maybe we all on the same side, but what about black on black crime now? And we denounce all of them. That's the only way that you can move. And that's the only way you're going to truly get things done in the United States of America. You can see the boule is just doing the work of the Democrats. Their job is to take democratic liberal policies and forge them on the black Americans. They can no longer forge them on black Americans. Jesse Jackson, no offense, but Jesse Jackson needs to go ahead back to his nursing home and just stay there so we don't never have to look at Jesse again. Jesse, goodbye. We don't need you, don't want you. Peace the hell out. Take your garbage with you. Checkmate. Now, everybody else involved, they can checkmate their asses out. Listen, you're going to get checked and you're going to check out a foundational black American business, or we will check you out a foundational black American business. And that goes for Jesse Jackson as well. No longer can we sustain being around these people who have never had any type of good doing for foundations. Matter of fact, the fact that we're sitting here and still telling people we ain't African Americans, you could thank Jesse Jackson for that. And notice they don't never show up anytime when it's time for reparations. The same way these people don't show up for any movement we have unless they can get in on it. Let me say this. All of these people running around here, they're trying to use us as mules, okay? You got right there the Boule and Skittles Bag Bryant and Jesse Jackson. They're trying to use us to push immigration. You've seen that Republican Mayo, he's trying to use us so we can stop voting for the Democrats and perhaps vote for the Republicans. They're trying to use us that way, and FBA sitting back saying we ain't doing neither. See, what happens when you don't do neither one? What happens when you stay independent? What happens when you say it's FBA first, FBA only, and FBA always? It got them all shook up. It's like Vegas, fam, 7-Eleven, every goddamn time. And then you got these other groups running around here, and they only show up to our movements to put a spotlight on theirs. Anybody who did show up during the Rodney King riots, that was only to put a spotlight on Mexicans. Anybody who did show up during the George Floyd protests was to put a spotlight on Mexicans. These people who claim that they showed up at our rallies, all 7 of them, they only come to our events so they can take the spotlight away from us and put it on them. Shout out to this brother out there. He be on game. Black Vanguard. He's out there in California. He posted this right here. This is at one of our Juneteenth events. I want y'all to see how this Hispanic dude pulls up. And when he pulls up, family, the first thing he does is that he tries to, quite frankly, hijack. Let me pull this back real quick. Let me see y'all face before I go all the way there. He tries to hijack the energy from Juneteenth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The same people who've been running around here trying to tell foundational black Americans what we need to do and go out there to support them. They try to pull that same hustle again with Juneteenth. And there's some California brothers and sisters that ran him completely out the paint. Let me show y'all. They run dudes straight up out the paint. He knows better. Watch this right here. Is it a surprise, fam, that they show up to a Juneteenth event and they try to make it about deportations? Yeah, that's how they play. Watch, the brothers already pressing them out there. Look at Julio. Look at Julio right there with the Raiders cap. Got the shades trying to blend on in. Don't sign. He's talking about some deportation thing, defendant wages. He's trying to take the energy away from Juneteenth.
Yeah, it's a celebration. We don't go to Easter Lake. We don't go to Easter Lake and y'all been doing that stuff over here.
Hold on, let me deal with it. Thank you so much.
And look at this. Look at, I don't know what this lady is. She looks like she could be Latino or she looks like she could be a boule caper. Look at her. Look at that. You got this illegal guy over here trying to steal Juneteenth energy. Our brothers started pressing them. And then here come one of them damn boules or whoever the hell trying to jump in. Oh, be nice. How come we always got to be nice? How come we always got to get pushed back? Why don't you tell him to leave? Why don't you tell the fleers to quit fleeing? Why don't you tell the tethers to quit trying to tether on to us? It's always people want to say FBA did it. No, FBA did the regulating. FBA did the G-checking. And if you keep getting in between FBA, you're going to find yourself checked. That's the only way.
Yeah, it's about having respect though. We don't go to Signal Mall and Easter Lake and do that type of stuff over here. It's about having respect though for our community. We don't go to Easter Lake and the Signal Mall where y'all have y'all celebrations. We don't go to Easter Lake where y'all have y'all celebrations and that stuff over here. It's about having respect though. It's about having respect though. Yeah, it's about having respect though. They in our event though, in our culture. We don't go to Easter Lake, Signal Mall, do that stuff over here.
No, man. Dude is working on behalf of getting us agitated.
Yeah.
Now he got it on film that we animals at a celebration.
Exactly.
That's all he doing.
Exactly. It's about having respect. We don't go.
You see, fam? You see the brothers and sisters is picking up on it. Look how the brothers and sisters caught that, y'all. He was over there trying to agitate them, and so he could pull out the camera and say, FBA did it. Didn't I just tell y'all that the first thing they're going to try to say is, FBA is so mean. That's what he's doing. He's trying to agitate us so he can hit us with the, we was being mean to him.
To Signal Mall and Easter Lane where they have their stuff and try to push hard.
Can you just step back for 1 second, just like you're trying to analyze the situation? So he put on a Raider hat to blend in.
Yeah. Y'all seen that? So that's not no respect for people. No, that's not respect for our holiday though. We don't go to Easter Lane do that stuff over here in the event. So.
No, why you want us to help you protest? I think it's already de-escalated. It's just they giving him a warning that somebody ain't gonna be nice about it.
Exactly.
They trying to help him get the hell out of here. You mean we gonna work on that? Who are you?
Exactly though. Because it's just like us going to Signal Mall event though, and disrespecting their event in Easter Lane though.
And see, the thing is, you mad because we ain't coming out to help.
Yeah, how come you won't take that Easter Lane and Signal Mall though? How come you in our community though?
Let me just explain this to everybody. This is a children's village. You guys are doing this, and there are children here. We are trying to have a.
They disrespecting our event, disrespecting our community though. Them right through.
They've been peaceful all day.
They ain't take that Easter Lane and stuff. Go to Signal Mall, Easter Lane, do that type of stuff though. They in our community though. That's disrespectful though. We don't go to Easter Lake where y'all have y'all celebration. We don't go to y'all. We don't go to y'all community do that stuff over here. It's about having respect though. We don't go to Easter Lake. We don't go to Easter Lake, Signal Mall, do y'all stuff to y'all holidays. We do y'all be have respect for our people in our holidays like we do y'all. We don't go to Easter Lake or Zeus and Monty and try to disrupt y'all events in y'all communities though. It's about having respect though.
Look at that. Still nobody told him to leave. Still nobody told him to leave. They still got him just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I don't know who that lady is. And you're going to always see one of those boule people. They're always going to pop up and be like, oh, be nice to him. Play fair. You know what I'm saying? What we've done now, family, and I illustrate this by bringing up all the previous videos we showed from Skittles Bag Bryant, Jesse Jackson, this one right here. What we've done now, we play by our own rules. We play by our own rules, fam. You got to understand, when you play by someone else's rules, understand you're playing by anti-black rules. All right? No one's ever going to give us rules or laws that empower us. That's why everybody else has a different set of laws that empower them. Tangibles, benefits, resources, whatever. We create it, they take it. So now what we've done, we said, damn everybody else's rules. I don't care who they are. We're going to operate, function based on our own rules. And our own rules now are, we're going to check you from pulling up to our spot, and there ain't a boule or nobody who's going to save your ass. See, back in the old days, Black folks be like, okay, Miss Boulay said it. The Boulays actually, they kind of operated like they was like mean grandmas to us, always wagging their finger. How much did that work during the last election when they tried to do that lecture stuff? The Boulay always played the role of the plantation overseer. That's all they were. They were the sheriffs of the plantation. That sheriff of the plantation stuff don't float. That don't go nowhere. And I'm telling people right now, if foundational Black Americans are out about doing our thing, and these people start showing up, the Boulay is not going to run interference and save you from getting checked. And brothers and sisters are out here putting in work. And that's just what it is, bottom line. So damn all of them. And you notice, fam, it's that man can stay and we get lectured. It's also how these people can harm us and we get lectured. It's also these people can take us out and we got to forgive. Notice that the rules are always slanted against us. Hell, it ain't even slanted. It's all the way dumped against us until now. And that's why you've been seeing the progress. Notice that. That guy was there, but notice some brothers didn't leave, and notice that camera kept rolling. The same way our sister earlier was calling out all the immigrants who come over here and disrespect us. The cameras was rolling. No different how when brothers and sisters start highlighting all of these people showing up to our reparations rally, we run them off. They never come around us with sincere intentions. They always come around trying to steal. And you can steal from a block of people. You can steal maybe from a little small section of people. You can't steal from us when we 50 million strong certified. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been letting the whole goddamn world know it's FBA only and FBA always and FBA rules. And one of the rules that we abide by, fam, is no emotions. We're not emotion people. We don't come to the business table with emotions. We come strictly with business. Meaning you're not going to hit us with the be nice no more. I don't really care. That works on an emotional person, not on a businessman or woman. No. And one of the main things, fam, that people been out here doing, they've been trying to shame us and trying to get us to feel that we should somehow like abide by them and help them. Let me show y'all this video where you got some Caribbean lady and she's coming out talking about how deportations are so wrong and deportations are so bad. But then she starts threatening the United States of America. Let me make this clear again. Nobody expected us to denounce anti-Americanism the way we have. Nobody expected us to denounce the flag burning in which we have. See, us standing on patriotism, FBA patriotism, because remember, our patriotism ain't like theirs. They can wave that goddamn flag all they want to for Dolly Parton. We gonna wave that goddamn flag for Whitney Houston. You understand? They can wave it all goddamn day long they want for Garth Brooks. We gonna wave it for Tupac Shakur. They can do it for goddamn Thomas Jefferson. F him. We gonna do it for Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale. That's how we on. So the fact that we out here saying we don't rock with none of that, because what they wanted to do, they wanted Black Americans to come out and say, you know what? We do agree. Burn the flag. And then they can say, ooh, look, those foundational Black Americans, they are African. We didn't do that. We're not taking no bait. Y'all notice that, right? They wanted us to support Julio burning the flag. The main people who were out there denouncing the flag burning was us. When you got on social media and you seen people saying we ain't with none of that, it wasn't MAGA. It wasn't conservatives. It was FBA. It was brothers and sisters who were saying we don't rock with none of that anti-American sentiment, and we were also denouncing it before it happened. As soon as they pulled that goddamn lighter out, they didn't even flick the goddamn lighter. And FBA was already saying we denounced that. The patriotism that we stand on is so powerful, and it scares these people so much because we were never supposed to stand on it. Never. When we were running around here talking about we African American and what's the word, Johannesburg, and we gonna go help Nelson Mandela, they had us right where they wanted us. That's why they would always say, well, you leave America. Guess what's happening now, y'all? We telling them, you leave America. They don't like that too much now, do they? And let me tell y'all what else is going on. The fact that we got these people and we got them running now and we got them upset, oh, that's powerful. That's very powerful. And the reason why there's power in us checking these people, regulating these people, is because foundational Black Americans, our resume and our receipts are something that nobody can control. See, when you start talking about Latinos, they celebrate holidays in America for things that went on way the hell over in Mexico. We don't celebrate those. Cinco de Mayo is a Mexican thing. That's what they celebrate. See, when you start talking about Juneteenth and things of such, you're talking about things that occurred right here in the good old USA. So the fact that we're celebrating things that went on right here in America, man, that's a powerful thing. Powerful thing. We have changed the game and flipped the script. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was prepared for this wave that we have created of foundational Black American excellence and patriotism. They did not want it. They did not expect it. But no matter how they felt about it, they couldn't contain it. We right now are a force that nobody can contain. We right now are a force that only we control, and we dominate wherever we go. And more people are showing up, and we sending their ass pack. And I told you got two deportations that are going on. You got the deportations that go on with ICE and the dominant society. Then you got the deportations that go on with us, what you call delineation. Another word for delineation to me is deportation. We have deported all of the boule, all of the Democratic shills, all the tethercrats, all the fleers, all of the Republicans, all of the ops. You name anybody, pick a name and choose them. And we have deported their ass right on out of our community. So now the house is clean. The house is clear, and it belongs to us. And they don't like that too much. And if they don't like it, then goddamn it, I love it. And I love winning. And that's why I'm loving everything right now, because everything we doing is a victory. Y'all look at this right here. This is what I was telling everybody. You got this lady who comes out and she starts saying how deportation is so wrong and so bad. And then she starts saying that all the immigrant kids are going to come back and they're going to get the revenge on America. Family, two things for certain. FBA are phenomenal. We're some very beautiful people, if you ask me. I mean, we some gorgeous ass people. And tethers don't ever get the goddamn point. Those are two certs. We great, they ain't. Up with hope, down with dope. And this lady must be awesome.
I've been watching lots of videos on deportation. And I'm going to tell you, it is heartless. It's disheartening to watch and see how people are treated so violently. The brutality of it all, the violence, dehumanizing people, the way you're treating these people, you're treating them worse than your animals. Because we all know how you treat animals in this country.
What the hell is she talking about, y'all? What is she saying, that we treat animals bad? Because she must not seen the dominant society. Go ask Michael Vick. I don't know what she's saying, fam. What the hell is she getting at? This woman has lost her mind. What's that? Somebody, Madam Fufu? I see you. She babbles some more.
You're treating them worse than animals, less than human beings. Do you have to be this violent? Do you have to be this brutal? This is like you're treating people with lack of dignity, rough handling everybody, up to the children, to the babies.
Hey, she keeps getting loud. She be pulling that Dr. Umar. She goes up to the top. You've been treating them like babies. And then you go up to the top. And then up and back around. She mad, boy. Boy, I'm taking that one. That's mine. I appreciate that. I'm taking that. I'm stealing it from you. Madam Fufu was pissed off.
To the babies. Does the word immigrant means felon? As far as I know, no.
Yeah, but illegal immigrant does. She don't even know the law.
A felon could be anybody. Not an immigrant, not only immigrants. At the beginning, you guys said, oh, we're going to deport all the felons, the violent immigrants, the violent immigrant. Are those children violent too? Are they felons as well? Those newborns, those babies? Do you know what you're creating? Have you thought through about all this? The way you're treating these people? And by the way, what is it with the videos though? Why do you guys have to videotape every single violent crime you're committing?
Oh, she mad at me. Y'all know don't nobody show more deportation videos than me. Oh, she mad. She mad at Black Alpha. Oh, Madam Fufu pissed off. Why do you, Black Alpha, why do you have to go up and show the videos? Why do you have to go down and show the videos and around and show all of them? She bugging them eyes too, boy. Boy, she bugging them eyes. She don't want us showing them deportation videos. Why do you Americans have to show the deportation? Why? Because it's funny as hell.
Have to videotape every single violent crime you're committing. I'm going to call it crimes because that's what it is. Do you have to take video off of it?
Yes.
Humiliate me. You're humiliating these families. Humiliating these kids.
No, that head wrap is humiliating you, not me. And the way you say humiliate me, that is humiliating yourself. God, there she mad, boy.
Do you have to take video off of it? Humiliate me. Video off of it? Humiliate me. Off of it? Humiliate me. Humiliate me. Humiliate me. You're humiliating these families. Humiliating these kids who ask for nothing but being kids. Like I said, you're fabricating your own monsters. Just remember 9/11.
What?
And I hope it gives you a little bit to think about.
What? Whoa. Wait, hold up. Did she just say remember 9/11? Oh, somebody call goddamn ICE on her. You might need to skip over ICE. Somebody need to call the damn authorities on her. Are you threatening America? Hell no. These are illegal invaders. And by the way, I ain't never seen nobody mean mug a TikTok camera. Why she keep thinking she mean mugging us? You are not scaring nobody with that damn head wrap on that looks like a damn ferret. If you don't get the hell up out of here. Look at this, family. Look at her. What did she say?
Just remember 9/11. And I hope it gives you a little bit to think about. Revenge is always a plate that is eaten really cold.
No, the mud pies in your homeland are meals that are best eaten cold because you ain't got no means of heating them up. How about that? And by the way, when you got Toucan Sam, parrot on your head, then nobody's scared. But fam, this is how vile these people are. Listen to what she's saying, fam. This person bringing up all types of crazy stuff. Is you the one who fled? Fam, if you deport someone for illegally entering your country, they feel that they're the victims and they want to start talking about crimes when she just brought up the biggest crime ever. No, we denounced this woman right here. We denounced her just like she denounced her homeland.
For nothing but being kids. Like I said, you're fabricating your own monsters. Just remember 9/11. And I hope it gives you a little bit to think about.
Hell no.
Revenge is always a plate that is eaten really cold. Those kids are watching. They're watching what you're doing to their families, their parents, and themselves. Tomorrow we'll be laughing. I've been watching.
Now, today I'm laughing. I'm laughing at you, Miss Food.
Lots of videos on.
No, if somebody laughing, it's me, and I'm laughing right now at you. I'm laughing the fact that you fled your homeland. I'm laughing the fact that you got a victim mentality. I'm laughing the fact that you think it's okay to put Fruit Loops on top of your head and it's supposed to go in your cereal bowl. Okay, that part right there. I'm laughing at the fact that you are so to the point where you feel deportation means someone hurt your feelings. And this is what I'm talking about. These people have been so spoiled by the Democratic establishment that they want to throw threats at America, even though they want to come to America. It makes no sense that you want to come to my country And then you want to hate my country. If you hate it, why'd you come to it? That's what we're talking about. This is what we say about these people. And all of that anti-blackness is anti-American, and the world is seeing it. See, they were okay when all of these illegals were anti-black, but now they're seeing they're anti-American. And to some in 9/11 is about as illegal invader as you can get. And that's exactly what these people are. The term immigrant is doing them justice, and they don't know no justice because they didn't know none back home. These people are illegal invaders, and only an invader talks like that. And by the way, little things like the kids are watching and the kids will come back one day. No, those kids are going to want to grow up one day and be with Karen anyway. Stop playing, because your mama wanted to be Karen. Your daddy wanted to be Karen. Okay. Your grandma wanted to be Karen. Your grandpa wanted to be Karen. You wanting to be dark white and a part of the dominant society will be passed on from you to your kids the same way it was passed on from your mama to you. Don't hit me with all of the immigrant kids got a problem with America. They asses going to be trying to flee right back on over here. That's why we say anchor babies. You got anchor 1, anchor 2, anchor 3, anchor 4. But all they asses want to be anchored. So stop playing. Don't tell us none of that, because you got the colonized mind, and the colonized mind does not skip generations. It goes 1, 2, 3 to eternity. So you're going to be sitting here whining because you can't be next to kin. You ain't got a problem with humiliate, and you humiliate me. You ain't got no problem with none of that. You got a problem with humiliating yourself because you want to be like Karen, and you want to date with Ken, and Karen and Ken don't want nothing to do with you. And deportation is the biggest sign that you're not accepted by white people. See, deportation is the ultimate confirmation that you'll never be W's. You woke up as a little baby thinking one day I'm going to come to America and I'm going to be accepted by white folks. And you fled here, you left your mama, you left your homeland and everything behind. And you finally got here and you found out the dominant society said no. And you did all that work just for a no. Goddamn. You did all that running just to get told no at the end. You hop, skip, jump, swam, risked life and limb to get here. Just to hear dominant society without even skipping a beat say, no, you're not one of us and you never will be. Now you got to live with it and you got to deal with it. And that's how everybody has to deal with it. And this is why they're so upset. Again, this is not about deportation. This is not about humiliation. This is about getting told, no, you'll never be white. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear the alibis, the justifications, the delusion, or the fantasy. All of the immigrants and all of the migrants and all the tethers, they want to be white people and they want to be accepted by them. And deportation is just another way of saying hell no. And it breaks their little tether hearts because they all came from a colonized place. Fam, how do you know they want to be W's? Because they use the excuse that they ran from their homeland because America messed it up. So America messed up your homeland, so you ran to America? That's like saying the neighbor robbed me and I ran to his house to call the police. You see how much no sense that makes? Exactly. What it really is that you'll accept the W however you can get them. If the W can be your colonizer in your homeland, come on in. Or if you can be an immigrant in their homeland, you're going to try to break on in. Notice that, family. Can we go ahead and say that? I want you to examine the relationship between non-Americans, non-FBA, all right, all the melanated people of the planet Earth. I want you to examine, observe their relationships with W's, all right? Think about whenever you see them have any type of contact or communication or dealings or processes with them. It's either they are the colonizer where you live or you are the immigrant where they live. But it's always some you welcoming them or forcing yourself on them. We wonder why you can have 5 colonizers come over and take over a continent that's got 5 billion people. Because 5 billion people want the colonizer to be close to them. Don't be shocked or surprised when we sit back and we look and go, how the hell y'all keep getting colonized on your homeland? Because they don't see it as colonization. They see it as an invitation to come on in. You got the W colonizing Jamaica, Haiti, all throughout Africa. You know what that is? That's just the reverse effect of them wanting to be the immigrant in all those places. Let me go ahead and tell y'all one more time. Listen to Black Alpha. We preaching and we teaching, doing all the reaching while we speaking. Listen, notice this, family. The dominant society, the W, has colonized or conquered Jamaica, Haiti, and Africa. Jamaicans Haitians and Africans have all been immigrants in America. So in Jamaica, Haiti, and Africa, they're your colonizer. And here, Jamaica, Haiti, and Africa are your migrants. Seems like you will take the W however you can take the W. Absolutely. You worship them. And you will take them however you can find them. And we know what you up to. And we see through it. And it's not just them either. It's all of these folks who are melanated. How many of you guys heard the space that we did yesterday? It's almost at like 30K, man. It's a great space. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters who spoke. We got another good one too coming up. We're going to keep dropping them, all that. And by the way, man, much love and respect to everybody in here right now. I want to send a shout out to the family. And I got to do this real quick, family. Everybody in the building, in the place, smash that like button, certified salute. We just crossed 26,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys. We were at a 24,000 a week and a half ago. So I appreciate the love. Everybody, subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Smash that like button so we can continue to humiliate all of these goddamn ops and regulate them in the process. Y'all, listen to this space for those who haven't heard it, okay? I need you guys to listen to this space, okay? Check this out. We had a person call in. We had two people who I believe were suspected illegals. And family, I want y'all to hear that, first off, y'all know me, I give him that work, but I want y'all to hear this right here. This guy calls in and he starts saying how Black Americans, I appreciate it, congratulations, and I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate and love y'all with a passion. Y'all listen to how we get to regulate when these people pull into our spaces and they try to co-opt the energy. These illegals called in and they told us this, to play nice, play fair, and Black folks need to help them. And you know that didn't go over too good with the certifieds. Listen.
Hell no. And let me give you a third spoiler. We know exactly that you subscribe to white supremacy, and you probably have that Mexican side in you, and you subscribe to the German side. Would I be correct in that assessment?
No, I gotta disagree.
Okay, then tell me why you disagree. And I need facts, not rhetoric.
Okay. The Black man that I grew up with, he's from the jungles, and he went to 23andMe, I don't know, in the 90s.
And the Mexican guy that I was around, he grew up in Taco Bell, okay? And he used to serve Bel Grandes all day. I want y'all to notice how he thinks the jungle stuff is going to work. You better pull that on Mr. Fufu. There's a guy down here in the bottom. He's Mr. Mutombo, and he's an African, and he's not from America, just like your people ain't from America. As a matter of fact, why are you even having this conversation? Because you say you're half Mexican, not American, and German, not American. So you're just a non-American trying to speak to Americans using jungle jokes. Well, I got a Taco Bell joke for you. What do you call Julio, who works at Taco Bell and actually graduated from high school? That's a question to you.
No, he told me that he was actually a native Indian, and he...
What do you call Julio, who works at Taco Bell and graduated from high school? I'll tell you who it is. It's not a Julio, because Julio never graduated from high school. There's your answer.
Freeze. What ended up happening, fam, he ends up calling in, and then he starts trying to talk about Black folks need to help them, and Black folks need to sympathize with them. And then when I called him out on him, I said, I believe that you subscribe to supremacy. He tried to do some like jungle joke, and I let him know, oh, the jungle jokes may work with your tether brother, Mr. Fufu, but not with us. And while he was trying to tell that jungle joke, I said, I have a Bel Grande joke for you, Taco Bell joke. And I said, what do you call Julio, who graduated from high school and works at Taco Bell? He said, I don't know. I said, well, there isn't a Julio because Julio never graduated. There you go. Fam, we got whatever they got, and we got it better because we are better. All right. So I start pressing him, and he comes up with every single excuse. And he tries to say that flag burning was a revolution. All right. My brother Church, shout out to Church. Church had already said they was going to try to run that game, and we checked him in the process. I end up smoking this guy all the way out, breaking him down, and exposing the fact that he comes from a lineage of not only failures, but he comes from a lineage of people who tell on each other. And by the time I'm done roasting this guy, family, we had Nacho Bel Grandes all over the goddamn stage. All right. And they were smoked too. You never seen a smoked Bel Grande until now. Y'all check this out.
So you need to go find up a better reason why you're trying to get foundational Black Americans on board with this whole riot thing. How do you feel about the riots? Do you support anti-Americanism and burning the flag in the streets? Are you conflicted right now by what's going on in California because you see your favorite white people beating down your I want to be white people Mexicans? That's my question to you.
No way.
Then tell me how you feel about it.
I don't feel good about it. It's hard. You know, there's a lot of stereotypes going on. I get.
What do you mean?
I get that every
The
day.
stereotype about people who are burning the American flag about being deported. You know how it works in every
Well,
country,
America's
right?
barely been around for about a couple hundred years. It's a new ideology.
He said it's a stereotype. I said there's no stereotype about burning the American flag. Notice, family, that I'm speaking from the Patriot. Look at my brother, look at my sister right here, and look at them. This is a microcosm. This is a quintessential microcosm of what's occurring right now in the United States of America, okay? Dynamically. You got us on this side. That is a foundational Black American flag behind with foundational Black Americans in the red, white, and blue. And this man is over here trying to get access into my country while he's defending the flag burning, in which I'm not going to stand for it. America was never ready for us to stand on this type of patriotism. And this is empowering us because there's power in patriotism. And I start to check him even further and let him know we ain't going for it. Not in the land that my ancestors created.
It's a new
Well,
philosophy.
first off, a couple hundred years isn't anything new about that. What are you basing this off of? Dog years? Okay, America's been around for quite some time. And whether it's been around for quite some time or not, the rules are the rules. I want everybody to notice how he's saying the rules don't matter based on his timetable of Nacho Belgrande's. Okay, let me tell you how it works. In America and every other civilized nation in the world, and he was talking about the jungles, right? Apparently this man's on jungle time himself. There's something called laws. And there's something called citizenship. And you have to come in this place lawfully. So you're supporting the unlawful entry into a country that is called criminality. So you are a self-admitted criminal or a criminal sympathizer. And I'm sure you have those same criminals all throughout your own family. So it seems like you want people to come into America and you want America to allow you to stay. And if we don't allow you to stay, then you just want to burn things. So basically you're an arsonist, you're a treasonist, and
No way. Because look at there's Vietnamese being deported, there's Chinese people being deported. It's not just
and they should be deported. Every last one of them should be deported because they have entered this country unlawfully. You are a criminal. You're a criminal who wants to come into my country, bringing your anti-American sentiments, and you want to take over this country. You are an invader, sir. You are an invader.
I had the privilege
in the United States of America, and me as a United States of American citizen, I am going to call ICE on you. I'm going to call it twice on you because I'm not here to play nice with you.
Freeze. Woo! Goddamn, I impress myself sometimes. Family, anytime I get into any of these debates on these stages, I only speak to make you guys proud. All right, always in my mind, no matter what I'm saying, no matter how heated it gets, I'm always saying, Alpha, you got to perform for the people, man. Make everybody proud. If you make them proud, you did good. If you do not make them proud, you failed. And failure is not an option. So I'm always speaking, no matter who I'm battling with, I'm always speaking on behalf of us or in the name of us. And with great Black power comes great responsibility. I want you guys to notice that I kept emphasizing my country. Oh, we taking ownership. Gone is the goddamn African American. Gone is the goddamn minority. I don't give a damn if people was on that back in the day. If great-great-grandpa and uncles and aunties, they love that. That's cool. That's them. This is us today. This is reparation generation. This ain't the civil rights generation. We are Americans. We are foundational Black Americans. All right? And I overemphasize my country. This is my land. Me, 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 me. The way it's supposed to be. And I'm letting them know, you're not going to find no way. You're talking to the authority of knowledge when you're talking to a Black American. Trust me when I tell you that. You want to talk about Africa? Go talk to an African. Or Jamaica? Go talk to a Jamaican. When you're talking about America, you better talk to me first. And that go for Mr. Matthew, Mr. Brad, Chad, Karen, and Ken. They can pull up a seat and listen to the Black man talk. When we say we're the original, that means number one, not 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was telling them, this is my country. You got to leave. And I'm standing on patriotism the whole way. And I understand what makes these people shook up. So I'm throwing it at him and letting them know. And now he's getting shook because he's used to a time where he can invade this country and then talk to a Black man like a third-class citizen. See, the world wants to come and talk to us like we still slaves. And then they come here and find out, oh, them ain't the Afro-Latinos. Yeah, them ain't the Africans. No. These are the Black Americans, and they different. The world is not used to pride, strong, powerful Black people. And we're the only place in the world where you're going to get them. Only place. So now I'm shaking them up and I'm telling them, this is my country. You don't like it, leave. And I'm going to continue to tell these people, this is my country. This is not up for negotiation. This is non-debatable. This is zero tolerance. We are all Americans. We are all Black Americans, and we are all the descendants of the originals. And with that comes respect, and you will respect, or you're going to get regulated. And family, I cut them up, chop them up, and I do not allow them to get a word in. All them people be saying, Alpha, let him talk. He talked enough. And when a Black man's talking, you need to listen. That's the problem. You're talking when you need to be listening. When a Black man and woman is talking, you be quiet, you hush, and you listen.
You need to leave my country. This is a country in which my ancestors created and built, and your ancestors tried to run here. So did your mother, and so did your father, and your sister, and your brother, and your nieces, and your nephews, and your aunties, and your uncles, and your boyfriend. All of you guys have came into my country unlawfully, and you think that we have to play by your rules. We don't play by the rules of the invader. We don't play by the rules of the fleer. We don't play by the rules of the criminal. And you need to get that through your head. Where are you located so I can have my good brother Black Truth United send Tom Homan to your house? Can you tell us that? Because if you don't tell us where you're actually located, then I'm going to suspect that you are an illegal.
All right. Well, my family works for the INS in Los Angeles.
Also,
we're not immigrants. We never.
So your family are sellouts. Also, you're selling out your own people, and you are selling out your own family. So wait a minute now. You say that your family is assisting sending other family members home, yet you don't agree with the deportation process. You are very conflicted, Julio. Julio, you need to get your mind right, and you need to get your act together, because it sounds like on one hand, you want to subscribe to supremacy and you want to subscribe to being dark white. There's no such thing as dark white. It's only white people, and you're not the right people. So you're going to have to understand that you cannot support criminality in coming into this country, and you cannot support straddling the fence because there's no fence there at all. So once again, do you support the criminality that we see in the streets right now with burning the American flag and attacking federal agents? I want to know how deep your anti-American sentiments runs. The floor is yours.
Thank you for giving me a voice. Just
now, don't thank you.
Like I said, I'm half Mexican.
Okay, understand that. Now answer the question. Do you support the anti-American riots that are going on in this country?
Well, between one situation and another,
yes or no?
The media.
No, it's not the media.
The media.
No,
I just said no.
You're dancing around. If it's no, it's no. It's not no. And then the media and Donald Trump and Republicans. You need to be straightforward. If somebody asks me, do I support criminality? Yes or no? I'm going to answer them with a yes or no. That is a 3-letter and a 2-letter answer. And you want to talk about the media, which is a tactic of deflection. Sounds like you're being a sympathizer and you're being an illegal invader supporter, and you don't want to admit it publicly. So directly, not indirectly, not around the corner, up the block, down the street, not the Belgrande or the fajita or the schnitzel. I need you to tell me, do you support this, and tell me why your reason is what it is?
No.
Good, you got half the part. Now tell me the reason behind it so I can tell how full of you are. And remember, you're speaking to an American, so you show me the respect of my country because you are anti-American.
I'm not anti-American. I'm just
You call somebody who supports burning the American flag.
I did see that guy burning the flag.
It wasn't a guy, it was a bunch of guys and girls and men and women. I tend to believe you're lying because guess what? The whole world is watching what's going on right now in Los Angeles, California, and it literally has went viral, meaning millions of views. So you mean to tell me in a country with 320 million people who have seen these pictures and this media that you haven't seen it? And also want everybody to notice this as well. Wasn't he just blaming the media a minute ago? He was saying it's because the media. Well, if you could blame the media because of this situation, then how come you haven't seen the footage from the media? The media has been the main ones out here. So your excuse doesn't compute and you're making it up. Just tell everybody what it is.
The media, like Boys in the Hood.
Absolutely, yes. Tell everybody what it is, Jorge. You're seeing the footage. You know that these people are anti-America, and you want to put on a cape for them because you know if they get deported, that's going to stop you from being white. That's what it really is. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you're actually half German anyway. I really, really doubt that. Where are your people from in Germany?
And don't Google search it either.
Old Prussian.
Old Prussian?
Old Prussian.
Okay, you're lying. You're lying. There were no immigrants who came over here from that area at all. I would have gave you a multitude of different answers, but he's making up syllables. Old Russian to Russian, Russian concussion. You're lying. That's not where your people are from, because you are not half white. What you are is a Mexican who looks in the mirror and thinks that he's seeing Justin Timberlake look back at him. This is why you're trying to talk to real Americans like us and trying to convince us to put on the cape so we can save Julio from being deported. And once Julio is saved from being deported, you can go on with your life of living in a fantasy land where you think that you're Tom Cruise. You're not Tom Cruise. You're not Brad Pitt. You're not George W. Bush. You're not Donald Trump at all. You're not none of the members of the Backstreet Boys. I know you probably be doing circles and twists and spins with an umbrella on and thinking that you're the Backstreet Boys, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because you are an illegal who has a very skeptical background, and you're not German at all. And mind you, I've been all through Europe, and I've never seen anybody who's from where you say you're from that has migrated here to the United States of America. So that's a receipt on the table for everybody. Family, do we have a cosplaying? What is this? Adolf Gonzalez? Is that who you are? Adolf Gonzalez? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Gunther Ramirez. Okay, you're going to have to try something else. Now, I'm not going to let you off the hook with giving us a real answer on why you support these legal migrants burning the American flag and why you proclaimed, purported, and professed that you didn't see it, but yet you blame the media. How come I don't hear energy from you like you hear from all of us? I want everybody to notice that us Americans are denouncing clearly that we do not support illegal invaders unlawfully entering our country and unlawfully attacking American citizens. You haven't gave me one reason why you are against this. And I'm going to provide you the opportunity, because when I lay receipts on the table and I regulate, I do it very fairly. We don't have to cheat to win. So you tell me why you claim that you support it, claim the media did it, but claim you didn't see the footage. If everybody in here has seen the footage, I want you to tell me right now why it's okay to burn the American flag. And then we can see how un-American you are.
All right. I don't know. The media shows me a statue being put up in Times Square of some black lady, and everybody's mad at that. So I'm watching what you guys are watching. What the world's watching is I'm watching.
That is nothing to do.
It's not about.
That has nothing to do with y'all. I want you guys to notice when I asked him about the American flag burning going on.
My God, bro. I've done satellite.
Yeah, he got a satellite. Man, this is not 1992. I guess you was right, EJ. I guess this man's watching on a box television and he's talking on a walkie-talkie. Twitter Spaces do not have access to walkie-talkies. Nice try. Try again. Now, I want you guys to notice that when I bring up the riots in LA and American flag burning, his answer is a black woman statue in New York City. One in which, by the way, looks like a Caribbean woman. One in which, by the way, is not American, just like he's not American. And guess what, y'all? He's not white. Just because in your mind you're white doesn't mean you are in the mirror. So we clearly see that you have an obsession with being a white person, and we need to know why that is what it is. So without bringing up statues, without bringing up New York, without bringing up a different region or different coast, tell us why you're proclaiming that you didn't see the American flag burning. And I want you to tell us why you feel that being white is all right.
You have to understand that they're talking about whether or not this beautiful race of people is going to survive on the earth. Nothing else. That's all they're talking about. When they're burning the flag, if you look at them burning the flag, that's a revolution right there. Look at what's going on with the media. They're telling us LGBTQ and being.
Didn't I say earlier, they're running around here saying it's a revolution. It's not a riot.
That's exactly what he's doing. I want you guys to notice now how he's trying to talk over me. Sir, you don't have enough bass in your voice to overtalk a black American man. Now listen and stick to the question, because right now you're getting embarrassed. Let me give you a real-time result on what's happening. You're being embarrassed. You're being exposed as a fraud. You're not the 17th member of the Backstreet Boys, and you're not the 15th member of NSYNC. What you are is the 1 millionth tether, fleer, hopper, skipper, jumper who has been embarrassed coming into these black American spaces. And if you want to stop being embarrassed, then I suggest you answer these questions right here, right now. And you talk about a race leaving and a race going away. Isn't your real problem with people that you want to be with so bad? I want you guys to notice again, whenever white mommy or daddy comes down on these people, they always run to black Americans and try to get us to go help them. This has nothing to do with me. I'm good. I can't be deported. I am going to sit down tonight with my wife. We're going to pop some popcorn and watch what's going on in LA. I'm going to send a shout out to my brother EJ, who changed his bamboo stick to a billy club, and he'll change it back later on. accordingly. But that's what I'm going to do tonight. And I'm going to wake up every day and walk right by the ICE agent. Matter of fact, I might stop and shake his hand because I'm probably the one who called him. So I'm good tonight. So don't worry about me or my citizenship. I want to know about you and why you're trying to get us to save you from deportations. Now, go ahead and answer that question without bringing up a revolution, without bringing up the media, and without lying to the people. Because that's one thing we don't do in America. We do not lie. We speak the truth. I know you may do that down in Mexico, but we don't do that here in America. So go ahead.
All right. Okay. What I'm trying to tell you, you guys keep muting me.
Go ahead. You're trying, but you're failing. But go ahead.
How am I failing, bro? Like you guys are.
Well, you're failing. You're failing just like you failed in your homeland, just like your father failed in his homeland, just like your great grandfather. You come from a long line of failures. We come from a long line of succeeders, perseverers, strong, powerful, mighty, excellent. We're so excellent. And we're so much winners that you got to come into our spaces and get us to save you. Notice we don't go into any of your spaces and try to save y'all or ask y'all to help. We don't do any of that. So that's why you're failing. And you also cannot articulate yourself properly. So again, speak your truth and we will make the final determination because we're Americans and we say so. Why do you support illegal invaders?
I'm not doubting the black race where you're at. I'm not doubting that. All I'm saying is I never have to run from Border Patrol. I never had to worry about that. Even my parents and my grandparents didn't have to worry about that. They were like, whatever it is American that you claim to be.
Okay, so your parents sold out your other family members. Is that what you're telling me?
What do you mean sold out, bro? Like
sold out because they're the ones calling ICE. So I suspect that your grandma probably called ICE just as much as I have. Is that the case? So it sounds like you come from a long line of not just failures and fleers, you also come from a line of sellouts. Family, I want you guys to notice there is no unity amongst the Latino community. Notice that the Latino community on one hand always begs foundational Black Americans to help them, but they be the main ones calling ICE. You want to know who supports deportations damn near as much as we do? Other Latinos. Other Latinos do. Because the ones who come here, they feel that they're closer to whiteness. And they only know there's only about 5 positions and seats at the table of the I want to be white, I think I'm dark white community. They don't want 500 new people coming here because then they would have 500 new people to compete with for the affection of mommy and daddy. So it sounds like you come from a lineage and a heritage of fleers and hoppers and skippers and jumpers. And you also come from a lineage of illegal invaders. And you also come from a lineage of people who get ran out of FBA spaces. And you also come from a lineage of people who have no receipts, cannot enunciate, cannot speak properly. And foundational Black Americans, the great Americans that we are, we see through that, we see past that. There's no Black and brown coalition, only the Black and brown coalition. And every single one of these people who come up in here, let me translate it for you. They're basically saying, hey, Black folks, I cannot stand on my own. I cannot stand on business. I cannot put in work, can't get a rally, a protest, a march together. The Democrats are gone because y'all ruined them. Can you please help us save anything that we thought we had left? And the answer to you is hell no, Julio, you got to go.
There you go, family. Just a little something for the crowd, just to shut them down, y'all. Had to let them know, man, this is America. We will not tolerate anti-American sentiments, especially from people who try to attach that and associate that to us. So we had to flame them, send them all back to Taco Bell and let them know this FBA all goddamn day, and we are the ballers and the shot callers. That is it, y'all. So he sees what it is. The whole world sees what it is. We deporting everybody. Again, D.E.I, deport every illegal. D.E.F, deport every fleer. D.E.T, deport every tether and everything above. They know what it is, fam. So he had to get checked, roasted, send him on out of there. He'll never be the same. But, you know, that typically happens when you come across foundational Black Americans. You're never the same. You're never the same. Because the days of getting things for free from us is over. The days of slave labor, and we're here just to work for the world, and we're here to be the slaves that do all the heavy lifting while people just sit back and control us, manipulate, exploit us, use and abuse us. Those days are gone, and they've been gone for quite some time. And us in the reparations generation, all we did was solidify that. Now we have stepped into our greatness. Now we have stepped into our excellence. We own it, we wear it. So everybody and anybody who has a problem with that, they're having a problem with living. Because to live is to accept FBA greatness. And if you do not accept FBA greatness, then there's a big ass building up there. And what you should do, you should take a long walk off a short cliff, because we're not going nowhere with this FBA lineage, heritage, and culture. When we say foundational, we mean foundation all the way across the board, inside out. There ain't no turning around. And since this is FBA Friday, and we are in the building, in the place, ballers gonna ball, and them haters gonna hate, and no man separate what we create. I need all my brothers and sisters right now to know that no matter what, no matter how things go down in this generation, we will win. And let me tell you how I know we will win, because we're already winning. And let me tell you how I know that we on game is because we're already on game. And how do I know that all these folks is going home? Is because I seen Lucy Liu, Chow Mein, I seen Pedro Romero, I seen Fufu, Joloff, and then I seen that Deport button. And right after that, I seen us all balling the hell out on Juneteenth, doing it the way we doing it like we used to it, and doing it like nobody else can do it. When you put all that on the table and that's all solidified, then you looking at the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture on the goddamn planet. I need everybody, while you in here right now, give me an FBA roll call. Can I have your area code in the chat? Let me know where you at. Certified salute to every last one of my family. Y'all know whenever we get together, it's a party. And Juneteenth 2025, yeah, that was a full-fledged FBA thing. And we took that. You ain't seen no goddamn Tether Juneteenth. You ain't seen none. You ain't seen a crayon picture. But what you have seen is us. And what you do see is FBA always winning. And how do we win? We win all the time by knockout. Easy. First round. So shout out to the family. 202, I see Gene. I see the 504. I see the 212. Shout out to you. Much respect. 718. Yes, indeed. I see the 716. Yes, indeed. And we represent all the way across. Yes, indeed. 904, much respect. 215, much respect. 478, much respect. 313, much respect. 312, much respect. 909, much respect. Michigan in the building. 469. 929-301. Get it done. 843 in the place to be. 818. Ballers going ball, haters going hate. 661. Know we get it done. 504 again. All we do is win. 304. G'd up from the dough. 865 certified all the way live. Family, it's been another one. I'll see you guys again on Sunday. All right. And we're going to break it down. That Fat Joe situation. Sit back, relax. We got a whole thing ready, fam. This was just a touch-up. I'm going to have the whole thing. Juneteenth justice. And I'm going to break down Fat Joe, Nuri Martinez, and everybody who's got an op. We've been getting some Juneteenth justice, and we've been getting that reparations justice, and we've been getting that ABK. And ABK is all day, every which way, because we don't play. Certified salute to the whole family. Appreciate, love you guys all with a passion. Juneteenth 2025 will go down as the Juneteenth that it was all about us. I appreciate you guys as well. We have crossed 26,000 subscribers. I cannot do this without the family. I love y'all so damn much. Shout out to the 901 kinfolk in the building. Yes, indeed. You guys know, man, we move as one. We move as one. What separates FBA from the whole planet Earth is that we are lineage that moves as one. Notice, y'all, when we quit having organizations in the front, when we quit having leaders, and we said our movement is going to be a lineage. Our movement is going to be us as a whole foundational Black American lineage, heritage, and culture. You see the progress? You see the victories? You see the wins? Well, keep on looking, fam, because they ain't going to stop. You're going to see them for the rest of your life and beyond. And eventually, fam, the whole world's going to know that foundational Black Americans win all the time. And not only do we win all the time, and not only will they know, everybody's going to see it because it's on full display. Certified Black Society, Black Alpha Network, G-Check, Regulate. Certified. Y'all stay good. See you guys again real soon. See you on Sunday. Enjoy your weekend, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay vigilant. Much love and respect. And no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you got to always remember that Black is beautiful. And beautiful is always Black. That's a peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. And we're going to send it on home. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.